Okay. Testes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Add a dick to me and add a balls to me. Hello, and hello, Big Harry Phil, with another edition of Rant Free. So we get on here, no script, no real agenda. Just get on here, and if you want to join the conversation, you can do so. Click that StreamYard link right at the top of the chat, and all will be to the good. I would like to take it a little light today, and in honoring the Screen Actors Guild strike, which has officially started today, to go along with our writer's strike, which seems to have been going on for a couple of years now. It's been a couple of months. But here we go. Strike 2. And yeah, that's not going to put a dagger in our business at all. Polska Bob! Nice to see you in here as always. The good news is it hasn't fucked us in the commercial world yet. As a matter of fact, I'm in the middle of 2 back-to-back jobs, and that's going to be going on until next Saturday. So, God willing, we'll keep working. Even though the writers' strike has slowed us down unexpectedly. I mean, it shuts crews down. I mean, these writers and actors, you know, going back and forth. I remember the last time SAG had their big strike in about 20 years ago, and some of our shoots did get picketed. JLM, nice to see you in here as always. And I've noticed with those pickets, as much as the Pussy Hat marches and those kind of things, the ones that do the most picketing are typically the fat and fugly ones, you know, the not so Hollywood attractive. These are usually the people you'll see marching around. You know, the ones that actually have good looks will get hired to do something or just start an OnlyFans account. The fat and the fuglies, they have something to worry about. But the rest of the crew people, by the way, the crew people don't get residuals. The crew people don't get residuals. You don't see us fucking fighting for residuals. So far, Bob, it has not affected us yet. It's we'll see. We'll see the trickle down effect. If this thing drags on for a while, it definitely will affect even the commercial side. It'll definitely affect TV and movies. Although, are you really sad about that? I mean, given the quality of that lately, which is what we're going to address in this hour and a half, couple hours of show, or however long it's going to go. Vegas J, nice to see you in here, buddy. And yeah, your boy Marky Wahlberg sure was smart, wasn't he? He moved the hell out of LA, went up to Vegas. He's going to build a big studio up there, which I'm sure you know about. My dad told me about this when I went up there for spring break a couple of weeks ago. I visited my dad on the Sunday. Don't give your Randies in a budge. I like that one. That's Giving Speed. What's up, sir? That's a good line. I like that one. That should be the that should be the title of the show, actually. So we'll see what I mean, again, if this one drags on, which all indications now that it probably will. By the way, I had completely forgotten that. Do you guys know who the president of the Screen Actors Guild is? You have any guess? I couldn't believe when I reheard it today. And then I thought, yeah, well, this is probably why negotiations broke down. You know who the fucking president of the Screen Actors Guild is? Fran Drescher. That's right. The nanny is the president of the SAG. The nanny. Dean Cain and Perez Hilton. Oh yeah, there's going to be another more mass exodus of people going to Vegas and Arizona. I've never heard of Wahlberg talk politics in public. Yes, smart man he is, isn't he? Just so that why he's never been officially blacklisted either. The nanny. Yeah. The fucking nanny. The nanny. How long was that show on air? What, about 5 years at the most? Awful show, right? And a woman with the most yenta voice on the planet is the president of the Screen Actors Guild. No wonder nobody wanted to sit down and negotiate with her. Who could listen to that voice for longer than 5 seconds, right? Listen, guys, here's what you should do. Right? Or however that stupid laugh is that she has. Reading manga again. Unfortunate aggregate. Well, remember Team America World Police? Remember what they called them? The Film Actors Guild. And you know what those letters spell out? Yeah, that was a more appropriate name for it, I think. So yeah, it's gonna slow us down. I mean, again, we're still barely coming back from the bullfuck virus days. Rendezvous, yo, hello from the East Coast. Nice to see you stayed up. We're talking the SAG strike. We're gonna be talking movies, TV, entertainment, and the decline thereof. No politics or anything other than the ones involved with the entertainment business, and I think we know what side of politics they're on, so we need to even get into that. But yeah, we already. You know what? The writer's strike has done one good. It's kept the lame ass late night talk shows off the air. Not that anybody watches those anyway, but the Nanny versus Cartman. Not that Nanny. Not the British Nanny. I'm talking about the Nanny. It was a sitcom on CBS in the early 90s. It was god awful. And that chick has the most annoying voice in the world. Even take Joan Rivers and multiply it by 10 and give it a higher pitch. Imagine how annoying that voice is. And she has this laugh that could kill cancer. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the Nanny. The Nanny is the president of the Screen Actors Guild.
Oh, God. Sometimes I forget you're in the business. Yeah. Again, I'm not on the acting side. I'm not on the writing side. I'm not on the directing side. I have assisted directed some things and some second unit shit. When the Epstein's flight log list finally drops, that's never going to happen in our lifetimes. Not with the people in charge. So the people in charge are all on the list, and everybody knows it. That's why they don't want you to see The Sound of Freedom, right? That is why everybody who's making a stink about The Sound of Freedom, those are the ones you need to watch, right? It's like all of the mainstream media says, do not. All of them, from Rolling Stone magazine to CBS to everybody is saying, do not see The Sound of Freedom. Well, you know what that means? See The Sound of Freedom. That is the child trafficking movie. Jim Caviezel, of course, they're going to blacklist him, and he'll probably move to Vegas and direct shit right out of Mark Wahlberg's studio. Female version of Gilbert Gottfried. I would not insult Gilbert Gottfried in that manner. I liked Gilbert Gottfried. That annoying voice was his act, because you've heard him talk on the Howard Stern show in the old ones. He sounded relatively normal, and it was very funny on there. A lot funnier than Howard often was. Am I rent free yet? Ting ting. Yes, you are. You better believe you are. And again, anybody who'd like to come on to the panel and talk shop, talk whatever, and talk movies, talk your favorite movies, least favorite movies, people are tired of the decline of quality of movies, the decline of the entertainment business as a whole, because it's going down the toilet big time. Don't want the Sound of Freedom. The pedos are begging you not to look at. Exactly. Yes. Must not see it. All the people, all the usual people are telling you not to see it. You know what that means? See it, and see it often. 2 studios will be created in Vegas, right? Just do me a favor. When that happens, do not let the corporations come in and fuck it up. Don't let 20th Century Fox, Disney, don't let any of them come in and swoop up and buy them up. Please do not let that happen, because that will be the end. Now you have to move back out of Vegas and go somewhere else, right? Carrot. Unfortunately, I do not have the voice repeater that Ike used to have. And by the way, thank you for single-handedly taking that off of Ike's show. Ike's Seriously Podcast. Hope to see him in here sooner or later. We'll see if he pops in. I saw he did a long show last night. I was not available to come on. I had the worst headache and then some last night, and a bit of food poisoning as well. So it's not in good shape last night. I called it an early night. I'm at the bar, unfortunately. Yeah, next smoke break. Come on for 5 minutes and take a long smoke break. And I'd love to see you, Post Kebab. Post Kebab from Chicago. Worst movie ending. Jesus, why can't I pronounce that? Very easy to read text there. Worst movie ending ever. Robot Jocks. I don't think I've ever seen that. But anyway, I'll tell you where you can trim the fat. You know what we just had in LA yesterday? It was here yesterday. I have no idea it's even happened, but the ESPY Awards were here. The ESPY Awards, hell the fuck yeah, the ESPY Awards. You know, the sports celebrities pat themselves on the back like We can't get enough more. We can't get enough award shows. We're already long done with the Oscars, the Grammys, the People's Choice Award, the Golden Globes. Jesus Christ already. DJ Play Nice. Well, it's nice to see you again, sir. But no, they got to throw the ESPYs out because we have to know if LeBron James is going to retire or not. We have to know this. And well, shit, that ain't working. I was hoping to put a window on here. I always forget how StreamYard works. I can never make it work right. Whatever. Well, anyway, we did have the ESPY Awards right in the Dolby Theater. So the only thing they do in the Dolby Theater is the Oscars and the ESPY Awards, I guess. And otherwise, it just sits there empty. Maybe the homeless occupy it for the rest of the time. I'll read you a little bit of this. I'm reading on ABC News. Disney, ESPN, ABC. It's the same thing. The biggest names in professional sports slowed their pace for an evening to walk the red carpet. Again, they think that anybody cares about this other than the biggest LeBron James ass kissers, right? We don't care about this, especially not here in LA. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't know this was happening. They certainly didn't advertise for it. And I don't know anybody that watches ESPN anymore, for Christ's sakes, which celebrated an impressive year of athletic achievements. Really? Really? Other than the Vegas Golden Knights and Shohei Ohtani, name me one other one, okay? Basketball is ass. Football is ass. Not fucking interested. But it's just an excuse to give the Illuminati darling LeBron James more fucking participation awards. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James took home the award for best flopping diva. Of course, he's going to get that award. For best record-breaking performance after he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time. Who gives a fucking fuck? Nobody. LeBron James took the opportunity during his big onstage moment to announce that he's not going anywhere and will return for his 21st NBA season. Oh, fucking why? Crickets intensifies. The real question for me is, can I play without cheating this game? No, you cannot. Because he's self-aware. The day I can't give the game everything on the floor, yeah, especially when you're laying on the floor after flopping when nobody's around you, is the day I'll be done. You should have been dead 10 years ago. You flopping, balding fuck. Lucky for you guys, that day is not today. Lucky for you guys. And the theater of trained stupid seals wearing tuxedos erupted with applause. Here's another dickhead I'm fucking tired of. Patrick Mahomes, go fuck yourself. Look at this. Look at how that thing's shaped. Like it could just fit right up his asshole, right? Fuck these fucking people. Your video is lagging like you're suffering a stroke. Oh, well, fuck. You know what it is? Because it's that window. When you have a second window on, it's going down the toilet. California 4. Nice to see you in here. Thank you. Mile High Ronin. Hello. Eat your can of bulging green beans. Food poisoning is good for you. I should have had that other than the bad Mexican food that I did have. All right, I turned off the window. I don't. It's the ESPY Awards, right? Nobody gives a shit. It's the same people kissing each other's ass, sucking each other's taint. It's the same fucking shit. Nobody's missing a damn thing. Twisted Art Lady, nice to see you. Twisted Art Lady from Texas. I got to tell you something. Texas is doing something right other than sending us busloads of migrants, like we don't have enough of them here already. Thank you very much. But I got to tell you something. Your state is doing something right because our stupid governor, Gavin Newsom, cannot keep it out of his mouth more than 15 seconds, right? That's all he talks about. He goes he's pretending he's running for president. So he's running on the usual lefty talk shows and MSNBC, everywhere else, touting what a great job he's going to do if God forbid he ever gets fucking elected. And please do not. Please do not. I'll stay for a fee. Okay, California. You just like everything else in California, you're expensive, aren't you? How about I give you a hamburger? How about give me a free view today for a hamburger on Tuesday or something? I think the ESPYs all need Kobe helicopter treatment. Agreed. I will trade Kobe for all of the ESPYs right at this point. Thank you very much. Eric Zabro. Hello. Everyone is saying, yes, Twisted. I know California through your stream, and Twisted is not even a couple of blocks away from here. I'm not saying I know her address, but I know the street. because I've seen it in videos, and it's a street very close to this one, and I know we both live close to the Rose Bowl. And I'm glad this year I was nowhere near the Rose Bowl for the 4th of July. I went elsewhere this time. It's a good time not to be here because soccer was playing, and this place goes nuts when soccer is playing. Who sold my night emissions? You talking about puke or farts or something that would upset Greta Thunberg? How dare you? A silly movie with Woody for Cheers in it. Oh, which one? White Men Can't Jump. I'll take. Would you buy Little Caesars pizza? Because that is cheap pizza, and one that might block your colon. But hey, $7 for a large. You can't go wrong, right? And I could order it. You can pick it up. We're both close to it. You know where it is, right? It's in the strip mall. That, where the 7-Eleven where everybody gets stabbed outside. That one. You know where that is. Nice to see you guys in here. All right. Well, the zombie one. I don't know nothing about zombies, other than they're all running the country right now and occupying our roads. If you notice the way everybody's driving lately, oh boy. Okay. We had a contestant in here and then they went away for a second. All right. Well, if you want to be a contestant on The Price Is Not So Right, hit that link at the top there, the StreamYard link, and I will put you on and we'll talk movies. We'll talk something. All right. So grab a cold one, grab a hot one, grab each other, grab something. I stay home on the 4th of July because of the Rose Bowl. No, yeah, that's right. They didn't have America Fest this time. They had freaking soccer of some sort. I don't even know who the matches were. Never go to the ghetto. That's the one I'm talking about on Lake. Yes. That's funny. On my Facebook page, I always, there's something called Pasadena Now. I follow on Facebook, and they always talk about all the crime that's going on, especially on this side of town. And every time there's a shooting, and usually it's like right around the corner at the same liquor store or the same house up the street. I added to my page. And I said it's real up in the hood. It's real up in the Dina. There was a shooting. Somebody was driving around right on the north edge of Pasadena, where Altadena starts. Right up the street from here, somebody was shot up about 21 rounds in a couple of houses up the street. What the fuck, man? But yeah, that 7-Eleven is very sketchy. Avoid that one at all costs. And there's always some bum out in front of it. Any time there's a 7-Eleven, there's a bum outside. I go to the next 7-Eleven. I don't want to deal with the bum outside. Do not. Not a quest for cuties, but Twinkies. I go to the good 7-Eleven. That's the good one? Oh, shit. That's sad when that's the good one, isn't it? Watch it, Altadena. That's right. That's where a lot of the shootings seem to be. Oh, no, actually not on Altadena, because Altadena is a little further east. So, yeah, the further east you go, it's not so bad. The east side of Pasadena is not bad at all, where all the shopping centers are and stuff. Not bad at all. But Altadena is pretty ghetto. Altadena is very ghetto. The further uphill you go, the worse it gets. That's weird, right? Usually it's the other way around, but not in this crazy place. South Pasadena, which is actually its own city, relatively crime-free. I don't hear a lot of nonsense going on in South Pasadena. Although I will say South Pasadena has the worst barbecue place in the world. It's called Gus's Barbecue. It blows, all right? There's nothing worse than bad barbecue, right? If you can't get barbecue right, holy shit. I had a better rack of ribs at Norm's Diner. Norm's. It's unbelievable. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first contestant on The Price Is Not So Right here in Contestants Row. I welcome to the stream, Eric Zombrow. How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up, Phil? I just wanted to say, man, I love your content.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Definitely one of... definitely striking a good chord with everybody.
I appreciate that, sir.
Love the channel, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So
you're in Southern California, so you're in the belly of the beast, man. I feel bad for you.
You know what? I know a lot of people only know about SoCal other than what they see on the news and through social media stuff. I have been here all my life, and it's gotta really have to take a lot to kick me out of here. It's getting there. But
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. And just like New York, California would be a red state if it wasn't for the major cities.
Like Mile High Ronan, he went to Fresno. Yeah, if Fresno is your only experience in California, I understand. Fresno fucking blows. All right, Fresno really is the armpit of California. Used to be Bakersfield.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that too from guys I know who did some work with the Fresno police. It's a fucking shit.
I've spent some time in Fresno. I had to do a shoot there at the Hunt's tomato plant. It's still there, and man, what a fucking shit. Unless you really like boarded up windows, although a lot of Hollywood's looking like that nowadays too. A lot of boarded up windows in Hollywood. I mean, there's not much left that's still running in Hollywood. The Cinerama Dome, the world famous theater, that's been out of business.
That's for a while
now. Yeah,
almost 4 years. Coming on 4 years. I think in September. 4 years.
Right. Yeah, and Corey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Fresno, yeah. That was in an old Beastie Boys. Something about Fresno. I got over on your girly because she never says no. So
Yep. It was. But like I said, if it wasn't for the major cities, California would be a red state, just like New York. Yeah. The only reason New York's a red state is because of the 5 boroughs.
Yeah. Vegas is right. Stockton is the armpit of Northern California. That's
yes. Oh my God.
Although you've got quite a few in Northern California. You've got Hayward, where my grandparents used to live. I used to visit them there all the time. Hayward, by the way, is where Spice One, the Bay Area rapper, is from. Who's a guy I really like, by the way. But that's his hood.
Phil, I don't know if you saw, but did you see that the mayor of San Francisco wants to plow under some major mall that's like historic?
Oh, the one that's closed down, or just about
it's all closed down, and it's just basically a ghost town.
Yeah, I know that mall. Well, I used to go to San Francisco all the time. When I visited my grandparents, I used to take the BART over to the Bay, spend a day there. It used to be fine then, but in the last 10 years, thanks in part to Gavin Newton being the fucking mayor there before London Breed, that's when it really started going down the toilet.
Yeah.
And
sad.
And he could be more proud. Johnny Wishbone, what's up? That's our boy Rod from Reno. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Sunflowers is here. Thank you for coming in. So we have 2 Illinois reps here. We got Sunflowers and Polska Bob, who's in and out of the bar. He'll be back.
The Ministry of Beer.
187 Proof. That's right. That the song. That's one of the finest music videos ever made. And the writing on that song was all liquor references, and he did this stop motion animation of just liquor. It was great. Back in hip hop glory days. Back when the Jukebox Network was still on cable. That's where you get all your hip hop videos at. Not MTV. Certainly not MTV.
No.
MTV is
MTV
garbage. It's garbage. It's always been garbage. Once Beavis and Butthead left it, that's when it just went bang.
Well, yeah, they went to that all freaking reality stuff instead of actually playing what they started off.
Yeah, all Walgreens in San Francisco are no more. Yeah. By the way, our newest Walgreens in Hollywood, grand opening, grand closing. That's already long gone. Sunset Vine is like a ghost town now. There's so many boarded up business there because there's nothing but homeless people. That's all there is there. Homeless camps all up and down the sidewalk.
Yep.
Yet you know what the city does? They still dig out those wheelchair ramps, the crosswalks. Why? You can't even walk down the sidewalk, much less roll a fucking wheelchair down it, because there's nothing but homeless tents all over the fucking place.
Yeah. Anyway, Phil, I just wanted to jump in, show you some love, and I'm going to take off, let someone else come in. And
I appreciate you.
Great content, brother. You keep it up. Take care.
Thank you.
Oh, and just to make Polska happy, I'm going to say the word that he wants me to say. Water.
Oh, water. I thought you were going to call it Polsak, which he does not like. So there's a whole story behind that. But yeah, you take care. Thank you. All right, there goes Eric. Nice of him to come in. All right, room's wide open. I mean, we got room for everybody. Everybody wants to come on in. Come on in. More businesses, no more in California. Yeah, because that's why, again, we were talking about film studios are being built in Las Vegas now. Mark Wahlberg being going to be the owner of one such studio. And again, these people are smart and getting the hell out of here. Even my dad, who's about the most liberal dude you could think of. Fortunately, we don't butt heads too much on politics, and we know better not to get into that. But when I go up to visit him in Vegas, it's always a good time. But he told me, yeah, Mark Wahlberg and his boys are coming up. We're building a big old studio on the south end of the Strip or somewhere. And there's already a couple of places down there because I've shot. If you guys remember the Wayne's World commercial on the Super Bowl a couple years ago, we had to come up to Vegas to shoot that because it was in the middle of the bullfuck virus, or what they call COVID. It was in the beginning of 21 when everything was still shut down, including us. And the Screen Actors Guild did not want to shoot anything in California, so we came up to Vegas to do it and shot on this rinky-dink. It was like the back room of an electric place, a place with electric lighting. It wasn't even meant to be a stage. We built a set in there and just shot in there for 4 days. And that was the time when the Vegas Strip was dark during the week. I have never seen anything like that in my life. It was dark. There was places that were not open. There was places that closed at night. There was plexiglass all over the place. I mean, it was insane. I have never seen Las Vegas like that in all the years of going to Las Vegas. It was not the place you wanted to visit at that time. Scamdemic, exactly. Scamdemic, plandemic, yeah, whatever you want to call it. I am the first one to tell you it was bullshit. Go back to the Big Angry Phil podcast archives from 2020. I called it the bullfuck virus then and still call it the bullfuck virus. And California is... Oops, let me highlight the right one here. California is turning to a rich people state. Yeah, well, pretty much society now, it's becoming just rich and poor. The middle class is being squeezed out, priced out. It's nationwide gentrification. It's worldwide gentrification. He's got stories for days. Awesome dudes here. Oh, yeah. Oh, former NYPD. Oh, yeah, when they used to be able to do their job. Imagine that. There's a studio being built outside of Atlanta as well. Oh yeah, well, fucking Tyler Perry has a big studio there. So yeah, all those lovely BET shows that suck are all. No, hey, Tyler Perry's raking in the bucks. So I'm mad. Slater ran away. I bicycled on Vegas Boulevard during the shutdown. Yeah, the fucking streets are wide open, right? Remember how lame sports was? Remember hockey when they kicked everybody out of the building and put those tarps over the fucking seats, and they had that weird those bubble playoffs in all the sports. I mean, holy shit! Woohoo achoo! You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of. Remember the story of the Asiana Airlines plane that went down at SFO like 10 years ago or so? Landed. Hit the water just right before the runway. Remember somebody pranked Channel 2, which was the Fox station in Oakland, and gave them a bunch of fake names of the crew members on board. Remember what those names were? You can look at it. They've got it right on the broadcast, right on YouTube. KTVU. Just Google KTVU Asiana Airlines, and you'll see the fake names of somebody actually called in, and they put them on the air on the screen. It was We Too Low, Subting Wong, Holy Fuck. They pronounce it Fook on TV. And I forgot what the last one was, but that's how stupid the news media is. It's like, it didn't occur to anybody. They were so desperate to put the story on. They put those obviously fake names and racist names on the screen. It's like, you know what? You get what you deserve. Holy fuck. Yeah. They said that. But they said Holy Fook because they didn't want to say fuck on TV, but it was definitely Holy Fook. Something Wong. As a matter of fact, Jay, our buddy Andy Al, who's been in here once in a while, we used to call him Something Wong, right? Especially when he gets drunk on those Zoom calls. We Too Low. That's right. You remember those, right? Oh my God. Can you imagine how stupid? That's how brain dead the mainstream news media is. It's absolutely. We Taught In would have been a good one too. How did I miss that one? We Taught In would have been perfect. My Cunt also would have been good. Reminds me of Porky. Speaking of old movies, and we still haven't gotten to our movie conversation, which we will get into. We're just warming up the room right now. We're just warming up the room. We still haven't gotten into it, but remember Porky's 1981 movie, Bob Clark, who also went on to direct A Christmas Story. That's right, the beloved Christmas Story. It was the same director as Porky's. That's right, the movie where the guy sticks his dick through the shower hole and the big fat gym teacher yanks it. Yeah, but remember, fuck, what was I going on? Why was I even mentioning Porky's now? Jesus Christ. Oh, My Cunt. That's right. That was a crank call they made to the diner. Pee-wee, the fucking little douchebag. Is my cunt here? Is my cunt here? Michael Huntington for sure. Hey, it's Ike. What's up, Ike? Sorry, I didn't catch your stream last night. I was out with major migraine and major food poisoning, and I won't even tell you how many times I was in and out of the can. So that's not a good night to be in there. But I saw you had a good one. And, I did throw a like on it. I did catch a bit of it. Porky's 1, 2, and 3. Only the first one was good. The second one was lame. The third one was really. The third one, they all look so old. They look like LeBron James looked when he said he was 20 years old, right? Pee-wee. You know what? There's another movie there's a movie called Up the Creek in the 80s. I love 80s movies, 80s slapstick comedy. I love all that kind of shit. Up the Creek. There was a movie in 1984. It was two guys from Animal House and then Pee-wee from Porky's were all in the same movie. And it was like Animal House, but it was river rafting and shit. This ball breaker, although they call her ball breaker most of the time, right? That was the whole idea. Yes. Beulah ball breaker. I love that part too, where the young gym teacher, the guy was trying to nail the young chick gym teacher, right? It's like, why do they call her Lassie? Just get her up the equipment room. You'll see why. He gets her up there. Woo! That was the fucking funniest shit ever. Oh shit. Kim Cattrall, right? Kim Cattrall. Now she played the hooker, right? Cherry Forever, right? Because they were playing a prank on all the guys. They hired a hooker and then the big black dude to come out with the machete and stuff. Why do they kept fucking, why do they call you Lassie? And they're fucking like on a pile of fucking jock straps and shit like that. Because it turned her on, right? Because she was like, the smell of the boys' locker room turned her on, and like dude's like, yeah, I'm in. And fucking, why do they call you Lassie? And then everybody in the gym is just cracking the fuck up, and then he wound up getting fired for it. It's like everybody knew. Like, yeah. Kim was like, so Kim was the young girl. I thought Kim, no, you know what? You're right. Kim was the young girl because Bob Clark's wife, I think her name was Susan Clark, played the hooker, Cherry Forever. You're right. She played Lassie. You're right. That smell, it just turns me on. It's so, you know what I'm talking about. Exactly. Slumber Party Massacre. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. What's the damn movie? I Want My $2. Joan Cusack. Or John Cusack. Joan Cusack, or his sister, was also in quite a few movies. I just watched one the other night. There was a movie on HBO Max I looked at because it was a movie I haven't seen since I was probably a little kid in 1980 called My Bodyguard. Everybody ever see that one? It's a Matt Dillon. I think it's Matt Dillon's first big movie. And it's about this kid. As a matter of fact, it was the kid that was in Meatballs, a curly-haired kid, Chris Makepeace, right? So he's a rich kid and he's going to public school for the first time. Of course, the bullies, they seek him out right away and they start fucking with him because they want protection money. So what he does is he hires like the toughest kid in the class, who's like a real, everybody thinks he's a real criminal. He hires him to be his bodyguard. And so the bully winds up hiring another bodyguard. So it's just that kind of thing. It was all shot in Chicago in 1980. So you can see how gritty Chicago is. Better Off Dead. Oh, yeah. Mannequin, was she? I barely remember Mannequin. You know what? That's also an HBO Max's lineup. I don't have to look at that. It's like they were just in every 80s movie ever. They just like, it's one for the other. You see John Cusack, Joan Cusack, Kim Cattrall. They're just all over the place. Anthony Michael Hall, right? There's another one. All them John Hughes movies. So I do love, except for Pretty in Pink. That one sucks. But Better Off Dead was the $2 one. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, My Bodyguard. It wasn't a big movie, but it's it's like when you see a movie you used to watch a bunch as a kid and then you haven't seen it in about 40 years. It's like, oh shit. I remember the TV version. There was like a bunch of stuff. It was a PG movie, but they still had to cut out like kids flipping off or saying asshole or any of that kind of stuff. Police Academy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Goddamn bacon. It's 80s tonight. We're talking movies. We're talking the decline of the entertainment industry. I started because the SAG strike is going on right now, much to my chagrin. So I'm just tying all this together. We're just dipping right into our favorite 80s movies. And again, anybody wants to come on, hit that StreamYard link right at the top there. You pop right in. Eric Zabrow came in for a minute. Anybody's welcome. Anybody, any old time. I see everybody. Let's see. Oh yeah, those 80. It's like, don't you? Sometimes you just wish you could go in a time machine and just go back in time when it was fun to go to the movies, because that was the only, because the only other option was renting them on VHS, right? So you had to go to the movies. bodyguard actor was Animal in Full Metal Jacket. Oh shit, is that right? Which one? Adam Baldwin, the kid that played the bodyguard. Yeah, wow, Full Metal Jacket. That's another one I haven't seen in a minute. I'd love to see. I always preferred what was the Platoon, the other Vietnam one. I always watched that one more than Full Metal Jacket, but they came out about the same time. Log Duck Dawn. Oh, 16 Candles is a great one. I love that one. Everybody thinks that's a chick flick. It's really not. It's more about a 16-year-old kid trying to get laid more than being a chick flick. I mean, it does center around Molly Ringwald's character, but that is a really done teen movie. And the thing is, they were actually teens in the movie. You know, a lot of those times, you know, it's like Beverly Hills 90210. They're all 35 years old. It's like, come on, who the fuck are you fooling? That was what was wrong with Porky's 3. Like, come on, you guys are in your 30s now. You don't tell me you're high school seniors. Jesus Christ. It's like, you know, Bart Simpson is what, still in elementary school? That show's been out for almost fucking 35 years. Come on. Molly. I like Molly too, but again, 16 Candles I think is still her best movie. I everything she did after that, I never really cared for. RGA covered writers strike. Studios are starving them out. Yeah, well, yeah. I drive usually on the way to work, depending on what way I go. I usually drive right by Warner Brothers, and I see the writers out there, and what an ugly bunch that is too. Yeah, I mean, you know, I always say it's all a bunch of Jewish writers. I mean, it is. I mean, it really is. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that's what you're going to see out there. You're going to see the guys with Jewish beards on, and you know. And again, has anybody Jewish or not have written any good in the last 20 years? Not really. I mean, the movie going experience is just not what it is, because we have so many choices now, especially with streaming. The movies are available to stream almost as soon as they come out. And if you want to cough up a couple extra bucks, I would much rather just sit on my couch in my underwear with whatever drink I want, whatever food I want, and not be bothered by other people. Okay. People, the general public has just gotten so irritable in the last 10, 15 years, especially after the bullfuck virus lockdowns, that it's just hard to do anything with them anymore. They can't even stand still anymore. You can't, you know, how many more airplane freak out tapes do we need to see, or people just wiling out in the Walmart or in the grocery store, in the liquor store, or just fucking on the street, or just eating outside? You just can't fucking do anything anymore without somebody fucking acting like an asshole. It's unbelievable. Breakfast Club. Yeah, you know what? I like Breakfast Club, okay, but I still like 16 Candles better. Breakfast Club was pretty good. You know what's funny? The Don't You Forget About Me, you know, the Simple Minds song. You know, that's the goal song. When the Vancouver, for my hockey fans out there, whenever the home team scores a goal, your arena has its special goal horn that only the home team gets, and they play a song. Usually it's some kind of rock song. The Vancouver Canucks, for whatever reason, chose Don't You Forget About Me as the goal song. It just sounds so wimpy. It's like, no wonder the Canucks suck so bad. That's terrible. You don't want to pay $16 for a bucket of popcorn. You could have made it home for $1.60. I don't even like popcorn that much. I gotta be honest with you. I'd rather have just I would just make some nachos, or fucking just little pizzas or something like that. Or just nothing, or candy, whatever. Anything you get for a lot cheaper elsewhere. I mean, although not that we didn't used to sneak stuff into the theater back in the day. We did. All right. And if you ever dated a black chick, they've mastered the art of sneaking shit in the theater. You ever see the Boondocks, where Granddad takes everybody to go see Soul Plane 2? They sneak like a whole 5-course meal under their jackets and shit. I dated a chick from the hood, and we did that shit. It's like, I was such a white guy back then. This is a long time ago. And I was like, really? Why the fuck am I putting a motherfucking a bucket of KFC under my fucking vest? It's like, shut up, just get it in there. You think I'm kidding? Ask me how I know, as Bacon would say. I still want Judd's punchline from the unfinished joke. Yeah, what was the unfinished joke? I don't even remember it because it was unfinished. Molly Ringwald is lead singer in a band that plays 80s music from her movies. Really? I didn't know that. I tell you what, if you can, I want you to post a link in the chat to maybe one of her videos or something, if she's got one. I had no idea. That's hey, you know what? You get a lot. You can pack a lot of people. A lot of people like those movies. So you can pack a lot of. It's like when they show those movies at. You know how they. We have the cemetery on Santa Monica Boulevard here. Every summer they come and project movies on one of the walls there. It draws a huge crowd. I've been to a couple of those. Usually it's a horror movie because of course it is. But that kind of thing would kill. Absolutely, it would. The Boondocks, the Boondocks. Yeah, I miss the Boondocks, man, because the Boondocks and the Chappelle Show is such a nice 1-2 punch, right? Because the Chappelle Show was on Comedy Central, and later on about midnight on Adult Swim was the Boondocks, before Sony ruined it and they kicked Aaron McGruder off his own show, which I think was criminal. Oh yeah, the Boondocks nailed everything. I mean everything. I mean that's how you satirize black culture and hip hop culture absolutely perfectly. That's exactly how you do it. Do I have a red neck? What the hell is that? Jesus Christ. I know I was out in the sun the other day, but Jesus. Anyway, let's get into some movies here. I cannot be the only one that thinks that movies are just absolute crap now. Just movies and TV in general, it's so oversaturated with all the streaming services. Having streaming services is good, but there's now you got this plus and that plus and this plus. I mean, holy shit, it's way too much. It's way too much. And there's really no reason to go into a theater anymore. There's nothing I've ever been excited about in a long time. I'll tell you know what the last thing I saw in the theater was. Does anybody know what The Room is with Tommy Wiseau? Anybody know what I'm talking about? It was this movie that came out in 2003 by this insane fucking guy who had like Howard Stern's hair and he came from fucking Bulgaria or something. He had the weirdest accent that nobody could ever figure out where he came from. He always said he came from Louisiana and then he moved to San Francisco to set up shop, and he was just the weirdest fucking dude. And he made this movie that just made no goddamn sense, but it's one of those movies that's so bad and so ineptly made. It was great. I mean, hilariously good. If anybody has never seen this movie, you got to see this movie. As a matter of fact, if you ever saw the James Franco movie, The Disaster Artist, that's what that was based on, the making of that movie. James Franco played Tommy Wiseau in the movie, and I thought he did a pretty respectable job. And but I'm telling you, if you're a fan of really shitty movies, I'm not. I know there's an audience for really bad sci-fi movies like Plan 9 from Outer Space and Robot Monster and that kind of shit. But The Room is a must-see. As a matter of fact, talking about the last theater I went to, I used to go to midnight screenings of those with a previous couple of girlfriends ago, and we would see they would have it at Westwood, so you got to go all the way to Westwood, and good luck finding a place to park and all that. But when you finally do, it is so worth it. And I caught one where Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero were actually there, or at least really good body doubles of them, because who the fuck knows? And they were signing autographs and movie posters. So I actually have hanging up in my living room. I have The Room movie poster with their signature on it. Pretty cool. And it's worth going to the screen because it's one of those movies, every bad piece of dialogue from heart. All the set pieces are just crap. And there's no continuity whatsoever. And there's set decoration where there's just pictures of spoons in the living room. So every time we see those, you bring a bag of plastic spoons into the theater. Every time you see those, you throw them at the screen, and people just get pelted with fucking spoons. That's the only reason. That's the reason to go right there. It's just chuck spoons at everybody. It is unbelievable. Let me see. Good Bad Flicks. Yep. I don't, Eric, I don't think I saw your link. No, your link is up here. YouTube is weird like that. Big Tom Outlaw, what's up, sir? Oh, you're not a wrench? Oh, I gotta make you a wrench. Oh, fuck. I gotta, that means I got to, I'll tell you what, let me put the YouTube window on really quick so I can make you a wrench, because otherwise I can't do it through the StreamYard one. So if the video gets wonky for a second, that's going to be why. So let me make Eric a wrench real quick. Let me just get that little piece of surgery done. It'll take a couple of seconds here. Bear with me, please. And if I start to get funky, that would be why. So let me see if I can make old boy a wrench. course, it's going to take a year and a half to come on the screen. There it is. Let me see. Let's make Mr. Eric a mod. There we go. There's your wrench. Okay, Eric's got a wrench. All right, let me get rid of the YouTube there. Let me take that window out, and let me keep this one on. There we go. Okay. All right. Holy shit. Did I freeze there? Holy crap. All right. Let's see if StreamYard catches up. There it goes. All right. God, StreamYard's ghetto. My computer's ghetto, too, so what can we do? Yes, there we go. Yes, this is an In-N-Out Cup. In-N-Out Cup. I did go to In-N-Out Burger right before the show today. And no free fries there. Today is Friday, so I'm sure McDonald's and most of your fast food places have run out of fries a long time ago, and some of them probably got shot over it. But let me post Bob's here. There you go. Thank you, Bob. Molly Ringwald. Yeah, that's a trip. Yeah, I'll have to check that out for sure. So, anybody seen I talked about The Sound of Freedom earlier. That's the child trafficking movie that all of the mainstream media does not want you to see. For some reason, I can't think of what that might be, other than everybody's name is on the Epstein list. But I'll tell you what, they do need to trim the fat in the entertainment business. I mean, the corporations have taken over everything, made everything woke because they're afraid not to. That's why those studios in Vegas need to stay independent. Do not let Disney, Warner Brothers, do not let Sony, do not let anybody come in there and fuck it up. Please. Please. The Wall was kind to Molly. Yeah, you know what? You're right about that. You're right about that. Yeah, she doesn't look too bad for her age. She's about as, let's see, she was 16 when she made 16 Candles, so that means she was born in 1968, which means she would be 55 years old. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Especially for a redheaded lady. Oh man, that's half of a miracle right there, isn't it? Jay, what's up? Death to Smoochie. Oh fuck. It's another blast from the past I don't remember. Bob's going to see the Sound of Freedom. Give us a report when you do. If you see it, and then if you talk about it on your channel, I want to see the results. All right, let me know when that happens. I will eventually see it, but I would like to get some word of mouth first. But again, the fact that the mainstream media and every publication owned by the mainstream media are pushing so hard against it, that leads you to believe I want to take a look at it. I want to take a look at it because there's something in there they don't want you to see. I know that anytime they give you the usual, it's a QAnon conspiracy theory, that means, yeah, I want to check that shit out. That means it's another one of those conspiracy theories that happens to be 100% fucking correct, right? All right. Corey, last modern movie I saw was Guardians 2. I don't think I've even seen any of those. I've not seen any of those. The last modern movie I saw, and it was actually a couple of nights ago, was John Wick 4, which is still pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the original ones in the original trilogy, but for the fact that Keanu Reeves has aged another 15 years since they made the last one, not bad at all. I was a little nervous at first because there was a huge action sequence that happened, and he wasn't even in it. But he does get in there and get his ass kicked a little later on. And I won't give away the ending there, but I'm not sure if there's going to be a sequel or not. I think there's supposed to be. I think it's going to have to be a prequel, given the results of the movie. But the John Wick movies still hold up. Lots of action, lots of killing, lots of martial arts. So it's nice to see a modern set of movies still, and no fucking politics whatsoever. And it's nice to see a movie finally at least giving us some freaking entertainment and not a fucking sermon, right? I usually check out this from the library if I want undisturbed viewing experience. Yeah, can't go wrong with old DVDs, man. I don't know if anybody took advantage of the Amazon Prime sale that went on. Of course, God forbid they ever deliver shit to the right house, which they never fucking do. Last movie I saw was Cocaine Bear. How was that? That's exactly what you'd expect. I wouldn't even know what to expect from that movie, quite honestly. Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to get on here and tell us about it, please do. Don't be shy, everybody. I don't bite, especially not men. Jesus Christ. You could chop it up. I got a couple hours. I don't have to get up super early in the morning. I do have to get up in the morning, but not super early. But I think we're all done with the wokeness. I think we're all done with the politically correct bullshit. I think we're all done with the race swapping, sex swapping, this swapping, that swapping. I think we're tired of live action remakes of everything. I'm tired of remakes of things that don't need to be remade. I don't know if you caught my last Turn Off the News show, but I did a trailer of Wonka. They're making another Wonka movie, and it's Wacka Wonka, Wanker Wonka. It just looks bad, just bad. I mean, the last one, and I think the reason is because I think the mainstream media is really upset that Amber Heard lost that case against Johnny Depp, right? They really don't like that, and they still have blacklisted Johnny Depp. So they got to remake Wonka and hoping everybody will forget the Johnny Depp version of it, which is the last Wonka they did. It's like, do we need another Wonka? Do we need another retelling of this sad fucking story? I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see it ever. The only time I was amused by that is when they made a parody on a Family Guy cutaway. Actually, it wasn't even a cutaway. It was the whole episode. It was Peter Griffin found a gold scroll in one of the beer bottles, and they had a whole fucking. It was a whole episode about it. Okay, we have another victim on the in Contestants Row on The Price Is Not So Right. Let's bring him on here right now, shall we?
Okay, Phil. My wager is 2101.
2101.
Yeah, for The Price Is. No, The Price Is Right. There's always that one person that bets $1 above.
Yep. Sorry, Bob. The actual retail price was $2,100. You're over by $1.
Damn it, Phil! God damn it! Yes, I'll take a smoke break, but I had to back away because they're playing music out here. I don't want you to get any copyright bullshit.
I can't hear anything. And copyright things don't scare me anyway. So don't worry about it. So what are your maybe top 5 favorite movies, if you want to let us in on that? If you got top.
Well, first of all, obviously Caddyshack, right?
Oh, I just watched that. That's one of those movies I know heart by heart, back, from front to back, every word for word, every sound effect. I know that movie inside out. Love that movie. I just watched it the other night. Love it. Yes.
Okay, Groundhog Day, obviously, classic.
That one's good. It's probably not in my top 5, but I do like that one too.
There's actually a lot of lore behind that, and I've watched videos about it. How long do you think Bill Murray spent in Groundhog Day?
I have no idea.
The theory is he spent somewhere around 33 years reliving that same day.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I know, because I've watched it sometimes, and I've tried to line up how many times he's on the actual movie. That they 33 years.
Did you say 33 of that Masonic number? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, obviously Illuminati shit.
No surprise there, but okay. Jay is right. Not Caddyshack 2. That one sucked. He's right.
Yeah, everybody knows that one sucks. Another one is obviously Shawshank Redemption, because everybody loves that movie. And that's one of those movies, when it's on, you just watch it,
Mm-hmm. I thought the Family Guy parody of that was pretty good too, when they did the Three Kings episode.
I don't think I've seen that one, actually, Phil.
Back long ago when Family Guy was still funny. It's been a while.
Okay. I'm trying to think of some other movies. You know what is one of my actual really newer ones that I like anytime it's on, I'll watch it, is Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's hard to be a Tom Cruise fan. I got my favorite Tom Cruise movie is still Risky Business. I mean, I got to go that far back.
You know what? For a long time, I wasn't a Tom Cruise fan, but some of the newer obscure shit he put out is really, really good. Like Oblivion is really good.
Well, I did like him in Tropic Thunder. I like that role they gave him.
That was awesome, actually. And I can't have the fifth, but actually, I was gonna talk about Sound of Freedom,
Yeah.
Phil.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna go see it. And the funny thing is, I wrote it in the comments, is how the media's attacking this guy now in this movie. In 2014, when all this shit broke out, every single media outlet had him on, and they were praising him for what he did.
Oh, of course.
Every single media, and they fucking turned on this movie. And of course, we all know Disney sat on this movie for 5 fucking years. Geez, I wonder why.
Yep.
Because they're all on the list, Phil. Like you said,
they're all on the list. And whenever the globalist billionaires come out with a new agenda, the media is quick to follow it, and they have no choice about it. They have to follow it because they're all owned.
Yeah.
They own all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, because they're all owned. Yeah.
Where does Friday rank? I like Friday, but only the first one. The sequels can go to hell. The sequels were lame. Friday was good though. Chris Tucker's best movie for sure.
You don't. What was that one with not the Boys in the Hood?
Rush Hour was good too.
Boys in the Hood was one of the better movies that came out around there.
Boys in the Hood was Ice Cube's best movie. I thought Chris Tucker was Ice Cube's sidekick in Friday. I think Chris Tucker's best stuff was either that or the first Rush Hour movie.
You know what? Speaking of Chris Tucker, all right, here's a movie that anytime it's on, I always watch is Fifth Element.
I'm sorry, which one?
The Fifth Element.
Oh yeah, Jesus, I forgot about
See you, buddy.
That one.
Yeah. Negative. I am a meat popsicle, Phil.
I forgot about that. You know what? I rented the Fifth Element. There was a PS1 game that came out, a Fifth Element game that came out, which was pretty crappy. I remember renting that for a weekend. I was like, oh man.
Oh my God, you should stream that. I'm sure we'd all watch it.
I don't have it. I don't have it anymore. That was like a weekend rental for Blockbuster. We used to rent games.
I'm sure you could probably find it though.
Yeah, I mean, if you've played any blocky PS1 game, you pretty much played that one.
All right, Phil. My smoke break is over. I'll jump back in the chat.
All right, Bob. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate you.
I'll show you the Ministry of Beer.
Yeah, let's see the Ministry of Beer.
Which is kind of dead tonight, but it's our place. Excuse me, boys.
Those places are better when they're dead. I like it when they're dead.
That's why I'm always here late.
Yeah, it's not full of drunken assholes.
Yeah,
not
and I can throw some shit on the TV. And speaking of the TV, MTV is actually playing music. You can see that.
Not good music, I'm sure. But music.
No, it's Christina Aguilera. All right, I'll jump back in. All
right, Bob. See you. There goes Bob. All right. Well, we got Bob's top 5. Anybody else got a top 5 for me? Fifth Element. Yeah, I barely remember that movie. I remember the game more than the movie. Of course, anytime, any movie comes out, the game companies, yeah, of course, that means it's usually a rush job and the game sucks. I mean, there are not a lot of good movie to game adaptations. Very, very few. And certainly vice versa. Movies based on games are even worse. But yeah, if you've played any 3D, like really mediocre 3D game on the PS1, you've pretty much played Fifth Element. It's an unintended comedy. Fifth Element. Oh yeah, there's I think I saw that once and don't remember it very much. That's right. I do remember Chris Tucker was in it. There was a lot of bad dialogue in it, but wasn't that wasn't Mila Jovovich, whatever her name was in that movie? That's pretty much why anybody watched it. Like we were allowed to have hot chicks in movies. I certainly haven't had that lately, right? Jesus Christ. Not allowed to anymore. You have to have feminist, strong woman in there. Yeah, another reason why movies are going right down the turletto. All righty. As long as basically, not only are movies and movie theaters dead. Oh, we have Chad Elkins. Where is Techno Man? That's a good question. I've yet to see him. I haven't seen him one of these in quite a while. Maybe he's usually comes in late. When he's in streams, he comes in late. So we'll see. Let's see if he pops in. Bruce Willis and the Smoke Show Skinny White Girl. Yes, Mila, that's right. And I think they made a blocky version of her in the PS1 game too. Like, remember how Lara Croft was in the old Tomb Raider games on the PS1? You know, blocky, everything blocky there. And it was kind of the same thing, but even the graphics were even worse in that game in Fifth Element. No one corrects my Happy Gilmore. Oh, Happy Gilmore I love Happy Gilmore. If I gotta watch an Adam Sandler movie any time in my life, it's definitely Happy Gilmore. Yes, hit the likes. You heard Polska Bob. Hit those likes and hit them hard. Hit them twice. No, actually, don't hit them twice because you'll unlike if you hit it twice. Hit it once and then walk away. Not out of the chat. Just walk away after you. Anyway, so and I got to ask too: are there any movies out there, any modern movies? In my last couple of shows, I showed trailers of the Barbie movie. That's supposed to be the big summer blockbuster this year. Woo! All right, and Wonka, another remake of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Although there's no reference to Willy or chocolate factories, because I guess that offends somebody. They're doing a Wonka, another Wonka movie coming out for Christmas. So those are those. Wow. All there's Christmas time. You always break out the same movies, right? Christmas Story, which everybody runs ad nauseum. Bad Santa, probably my favorite Christmas movie, especially the unrated version of it, because Billy Bob Thornton wreaks even more havoc than is what's seen in the theatrical version of it. I like more of the war movies. Oh yeah, I like some of the old war movies too. But do we need any more World War II movies? I mean, there's 8 zillion of them. Just pick a good one, and we don't need to make any more of these movies. We don't need to make movies, period, anymore. I think we're done. I think it's done. It's done. How many more Marvel movies do we fucking need? Really, seriously. How many more remakes do we need? How many more badly animated computer fucking movies do we need? How many more sequels of sequels of sequels, and how much more sex swap, race swap shit do we need? How much more of this shit do we need? Is anybody running out to see this stuff? It's already sad that people are running out to see really bad music, but I don't think anybody's running out to see bad movies anymore. I mean, I gotta think if they make another Twilight movie, which God hope I don't. But is anybody gonna be lining up like the homeless outside the theater? What are they going to do with the homeless that are actually outside the theater once the line of idiots starts forming there? I can't. I just don't see this happening. Not as expensive as everything is, and not as much of a pain in the ass everybody is. They just make the movie going experience just a complete fucking waste of fucking time and money. No more Larry, Curly, and Mo. I know. Well, I mean, again, why don't these streaming services, none of them run Three Stooges shorts? Do any of them run Three Stooges shorts? I don't see them anywhere. What the fuck? Why not? I used to watch those on TV, old broadcast TV, those old shorts. They used to be on Channel 5, KTLA, fucking Saturday and Sunday at 12 o'clock. They cut out a lot of stuff, but they at least there. Unless you've got DVDs of these things, where the fuck are the Three Stooges shorts? I'll even take a Shemp one at this point. All right? The Three Stooges movie, the recent ones, no. Nope. No, thank you. I have wondering if they're doing it on purpose to bankrupt these businesses. Well, this is what happens when conglomerates just take everything and just squeeze everything out. Because all the food companies have done the same thing. Right now we have like 5 huge food companies that make everything. All the packaged food is made by 5 fucking companies now. All the local shit has been taken over. And you're not gonna see the quality anymore. They don't give a shit about quality. They just turn out the most stuff for the cheapest. That's it. I'm having some problems handling how awesome Phil and everyone in the chat. Oh, thanks, Chad. I appreciate you, man. You have some old Stooges on DVD or video or something? Oh, thank God. Look, I might have to buy some of those from these. I can't find them nowhere. The Addams Family. I got to tell you something. I'm not a big fan of the Addams Family. I like the Addams Family pinball game, which I've streamed a couple times. I like the Munsters a little better than the Addams Family. I don't know why. The Munsters sucks too, but I like it better than the fucking Addams Family. ConAgra, yeah. Heinz Kraft is now one giant corporation, right? What's that one? The Bisco Mondelez, whatever that is. Dollar store. By the way, nothing in the dollar store is $1 anymore. I think we all know that by now. Let's go, Brandon. Or nothing in the 99-cent store is anywhere near fucking 99 cents. Don't even look for it. As a matter of fact, that shit there, the shit there is about as expensive as it is in the actual store. It's like, why am I going to this ghetto ass fucking place anymore? Shit's as high, shit's fucking more expensive in the grocery store. Fuck out of here. Crap ton of kung fu movies. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll watch any kung fu movie over any fucking Marvel this or, you know, Galaxy of the Guardians 8, 9, 10, whatever. As a Kings fan, which rival team do you dislike the most? The Ducks? I'll probably say San Jose Sharks. The Ducks are always a non-issue. Now, if the Ducks get closer to us in the standings, I'll hate the Ducks more. I've actually gone down to the Honda Center to see the Kings play the Ducks a couple of times. I got to tell you something. That's a nice arena. As old as it is, 30 years old, nicer than the Crypt. I like it better. It's easy to get down there, too. I just take the Amtrak down from Union Station, hop off right there. You go across the street, and you're there. Probably San Jose Sharks. And again, they're nowhere near us in the standings either. Actually, add Edmonton to that list is because Edmonton always knocks us out of the playoffs. And they've gotten really obnoxious too. So I still question the goalie moves here. We've got Copley, who at least was better than Jonathan Quick. Jonathan Quick went to the New York Rangers. That was kind of a shocker to me. I knew Vegas wasn't going to keep him. I was really surprised to go to the Rangers. So now he's going to back up Shesterkin. Jesus Christ. Hey, if he bounces back, I wish him well. I do. I hope he retires as a King someday, though. Got Trevor Lewis back. We got rid of Iafallo, and we got rid of Velarde. Velarde is injury prone a lot, so that might have been a good move. Iafallo, I think he might have still had a couple of years in the tank. Trevor Lewis, I mean, he was on our cup team, so it's kind of like trading Iafallo for Iafallo. That's an interesting move. Big food started before World War I. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. Just all the canned goods and everything. Remember the old TV dinners? Maybe the old Swanson Hungry Man TV dinners? They still have those? I know they have like Marie Callender's TV dinners and shit. I haven't really seen those old school Banquet or Swanson ones ever. So I don't really look in the frozen food aisle either. Fucking yeah, but this is why movies and TV sucks, because you know all the big studios are all giant conglomerates and they just keep churning out the same old bullshit. They read the 500 woke Twitter morons and they think, oh, that's what the whole world wants to see. Nope, because they got paid shills on their bot accounts that just pitch this stuff. The rest of us don't want to see this bullshit. It's done. It's done. And stop remaking Indiana Jones 5. Come on, what the fuck are you doing? Did anybody see Indy 5? Anybody want to see that? The only reason I don't see it is not because everybody says not to, is because the Crystal Skulls was the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in a theater. That movie was awful. And that was before everything started getting woke. That was just when fucking Spielberg and Lucas just fucking inhaled the wrong shrooms or something. I don't know what the fuck their problem was. White Castle first franchise in 1910? Oh, Jesus. We don't have White Castle on the West Coast. They have it in Vegas because, you know, anything East Coast, they bring over to Vegas. So the New Yorkers feel right at home there. But White Castle, I feel, is very overrated. Of course, a lot of people say In-N-Out's overrated. I would still prefer In-N-Out over White Castle. Matter of fact, when I was in Vegas a couple of weeks ago and I needed some hangover food, I still passed White Castle and went right to the fucking Nathan's hot dog place or whatever that hot dog place is down the street there. Banquet fried chicken. Oh shit, yeah. Wonder if they're using some of that lab meat to make that now. If they did then, they will now. Tell you what. Big Tyler, we back. Good. Glad to see you. Midway Airport. That's right. Bob's repping the South Side. Grabbing sprouts out of the oven. Not a goddamn thing. We're still talking movies or whatever at this point. Blood of the Dragon. Yeah. I think I'll tell you, let me think of my top 5, and they're going to be almost 80s comedies. It's like the movies I just keep watching over and over again. Not Plan 9 from Outer Space. Jesus Christ. I do like that one. I also like the Johnny Depp. What the hell was that movie called? Ed Wood, where Johnny Depp played Ed Wood, the bad director from the 50s. This is a director that always dressed in drag when he made his movies. Not that meant anything. It was just kind of funny for back then. He made really cheap sci-fi movies, some of the worst ever made. And So I gotta think my top five. My top five again. It's gotta be mostly 80s comedies. I gotta go with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the John Hughes movie with John Candy and Steve Martin. One of my all-time favorites. That's like a Thanksgiving tradition is to turn that one on. I can watch that one anytime. I'm tempted to get Applebee's for next show just to get a free ticket at indie movie. No, don't. I'm telling you, I will never step foot in Applebee's ever again in my life. The worst food poisoning. I was near death last time I ate at Applebee's, and I was in Utah. I will never, ever. I don't even want to see the name Applebee's. I don't want to see an Applebee's commercial. And ironically, I haven't worked on one since then. I will never, ever, I mean, fucking ever eat fucking Applebee's for any fucking. If they were giving $1,000 at the door, I still wouldn't eat there. Absolutely fucking not. I vomited up half my innards. That fucking place. Cannot do it. Jackie Chan movies. Oh yeah, his deliberately comedies are better than this series. Absolutely. So anyway, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. One of my favorite movies. National Lampoon's Vacation. I still go back to that all the time. Whatever a big dick Chevy Chase turned into, you can forget all that and just enjoy that movie because you can feel his pains. Like you wound up buying this piece of shit car you didn't fucking want. You drive all the way across the country. Your wife's bitching at you. Your kids are fucking bitching at you, and he drives all the way to what is actually Magic Mountain here in Southern California to find out the fucking place is closed. And then he just loses his fucking shit, and you can totally figure that out. Caddyshack, I would put up there. I don't know if I like that or Animal House better. I grew up more with Animal House. I think I would put Animal House maybe just above Caddyshack. I gotta put The Room up there because I watch The Room all the time. That is so bad. It is so fucking bad. It's fucking hilarious. Ed Wood is great. You know, Johnny Depp has always been kind of hit or miss, but the ones he's good in, he's really good in. All right. I mean, even the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie was definitely watchable. The 800 they made after that, not so much. Fletch, not as big of a fan of Fletch. You know, I do. Tom Hanks is an asshole, but I gotta tell you, one of my all-time favorite movies, Bachelor Party, 1984. Another just stupid fucking party movie. And it was written by Pat Proft, who did a lot of the Top Gun kind of movies, or not Top Gun, fucking Naked Gun, those kind of movies. He did a lot in airplane type movies. He wrote a lot of those. And that is a great Tom Hanks movie. Before he became an elitist douchebag. And he's probably another one that does not want you to see the Sound of Freedom. Just saying. Chaos is here. Chaos, what's up, man? I know you're streaming something. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your toes or anything like that. But this is really the only night I've got to do this. Otherwise, I'm gonna be knee deep in fucking shit for the next 9 or 10 days or so. And we have another contestant on the chopping block here. On The Price Is Not So Fucking Right. Let's bring back to the stage the one and only Big Tail Outlaw. How you doing, sir?
What up?
All right. Well, what about your top 5 favorite movies? If you got a top or least favorite movies, whatever you want to start with.
Oh man, shit. Where do we begin? What decade do you want to start in?
Any decade. I mean, the decade, the best movies certainly weren't anything in the last couple of decades. That's for sure. I can't name one. I stick with 80s, 90s mostly.
Let's see. Let's start off with, Smoking the Bandit's always going to be one of my top all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, we're going 70s here. Yeah, that is a goodie.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Dazed and Confused, obviously. I love my stoner movies.
Yep, that is a good one. That is a good one. Speaking of stoner movies, I always liked Harold Kumar Go to White Castle. I saw the sequel to it, which was god awful. There's movies you don't need sequels to. The Hangover would be another example. Love the first Hangover. Second one was so shit, I didn't watch the third one.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
The Hangover is definitely a go back to, because that is a real Vegas movie. Because you can, there are times we can get that fucked up in Vegas. Maybe not quite as fucked up as them, because they all got roofied by our friend there. But that is a go back to movie.
Hell yeah. Let's see. I got to give a shout out to the Friday series.
Friday, yeah, that's. I think Bacon brought that up a little earlier. Friday, I stick with the first one and forget the rest of them. That's another one that I don't think really needed the sequels. They shout them out just so they can make some cash. But Friday's definitely a go-to. Friday, I usually do a Boys in the Hood Friday double feature if I have to run on Friday.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yes, that is in my top 5 for sure. I watch that movie probably once a month. I watch that one. It never gets old. Absolutely never gets old. Poor Chevy Chase, and it's sad what a dick he turned into since. But but you got to give it up to him.
And I couldn't decide for the final one because I love John Candy movies and I like Chris Farley and those guys. But I'm probably gonna have to say
John Candy. I mentioned Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is probably my favorite John Candy movie. There's a really weird one he did right when he was doing SCTV called Going Berserk, which is a very kind of an obscure movie. It was done by pretty much the SCTV guys. It was a feature film, and it really doesn't have much of a plot, but it's John Candy. How can he not love John Candy?
Oh, hell yeah.
Big fat John Candy. Big fat lovable fucking Canadian John Candy, right?
Like I said, man, there's just way too many to list. But probably Billy Madison because Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler. Yeah, I mentioned Happy Gilmore. That's probably my favorite Adam Sandler flick, and I think they've dipped in quality ever since. And then he started doing some absolute shit like Jack and Jill. If anybody ever seen that, oh my god,
yeah, the 51st Dates and all that garbage.
Yeah, but Happy Gilmore. I mean, anything. Come on, you got Bob Barker in there punching people out. What is better than that? And you got Adam Sandler whacking golf balls with a hockey stick, even though he's in a Bruins uniform, which I'm not a fan of. But I understand he's a Boston fucker, so he's an East Coaster. He's got to represent, Where's my car?
He just had so many great movies, man. Tommy Boy, Black Sheep.
Yeah. They all died. So think of what John Belushi could have done had he not gone as quick as he has, man.
Oh God, yeah.
I love Animal House, and even the Blues Brothers I still like.
Yes. I should have said Blues Brothers because that's probably one of the movies I can watch every single day.
Instead we got stuck with Jim Belushi, who nobody can remember what the hell he did, even though he's been on TV forever.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another contestant here on The Price Is Not So Right. Say hello, everybody, to our favorite game streamer in the world, Chaos. What's going on, buddy?
I sensed some shenanigans afoot and felt I should
Is that a picture of somebody wiping his bum with the rainbow flag there?
It could or could not be. It depends on how you want to interpret it.
Although I think probably being around the bum is an appropriate place, I would think.
I mean, if you want me to change it, I will.
No, I don't want you to change it. As a matter of fact, I wish I could see the rest of those goofy colors they added to it that should be sticking out on the top of it there. But I'll take it. I like the message there. It's a good
I have another one if you'd like to see it.
No, keep it as it is. Or if it's better than that one, I'd love to see it.
I mean, if you like Dragon Ball Z, then you'll like it. I mean, you can kind of make it out. You might have to make it a little bit bigger.
Walked to a local bar and got ripped up drunk after seeing Lucy Liu get banged to death. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Lucy Liu, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Holy crap. She's still with us? I have no idea.
It's Vegeta.
I think did she get out of Hollywood? I mean, a lot of people have wisely gotten out of Hollywood because, like Bart Simpson said a long time ago, show business is a bitch goddess.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Galaxy Quest is the best Star Trek movie for even non-Trekkies. I am no fan of Star Trek in any sense of the word, so I can't get into anything Star Trek-ish.
It was
unless it's making fun of Star Trek. Although Spaceballs, I think, is still one of my favorite space movie parodies.
Oh God!
Fuck yes, that is like my all-time favorite.
That needs to be on more. It's and without a disclaimer in front of it, like Blazing Saddles has. Poor Mel Brooks. Now you can't even run an old movie now without having to put a Gen Z disclaimer.
This might contain some racial overtones. Where?
It's like good.
And crude and vulgar humor.
Yep. Hey, if everybody remembers Eddie Murphy's first movie, 48 Hours, Nick Nolte straight out called him the N-bomb with a hard R on it. So everybody, wonder if they have a warning before that movie now before it comes on.
I seem to remember
take it off the shelves.
Or they just bleep it.
I seem to remember The Longest Yard remake with Adam Sandler, where Stone Cold told was it Nelly the N-word.
Yeah, but was he doing it with the A or the hard R? It's like, what's up, my, as opposed to you.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
one means my homie, the other one means ignorant person.
Yeah, right. The other one means you.
Ignorant person.
Right.
That's the actual.
That's right. I'm surrounded by assholes. One of the great lines of Spaceballs. Yeah, that's another one of those movies I love.
Oh man.
Oh, there's just so many, man.
It was ahead of its time.
Just what we need, a Jewish princess. Speaking of Jewish princess, I said at the beginning of the show, I was talking about the SAG strike, which is why my title says Strike 2, because we have that on top of the writer's strike now in Hollywood. The president of the Screen Actors Guild is none other than Fran Drescher, the star of the fucking Nanny on 30 years ago. Remember her obnoxious voice and that laugh that she has? So you can understand why the contract negotiators may have gone south, because who wants to sit and listen to that voice all night? Holy
Phil,
fuck.
Phil, I will say this, as a teenager watching her, I wasn't listening to her voice.
Oh no, she was good to look at for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely one you want to mute the sound on. But now imagine her 30 years later with that same voice and try to negotiate the SAG contract. Oh, thank you. I'll go on strike.
Yeah, there's just so many movies, man. Like Half Baked with
Half-Baked with Chappelle. Yeah, I've got that one. That was
Half-Baked. What was
Chappelle
that
before
one?
Chappelle. Yeah.
It had Red Man and Method Man in it. How high?
How high? Yeah, I have that one too.
One.
That's a good one.
What was the Tupac movie? Was it Juice?
Poetic Justice.
Yeah. What was that other one? There was one called Juice, wasn't there? I can't remember what it was called.
Bacon is a big fan of Chaos's profile pic there. as we figured he would be.
Oh goddamn! What is that movie he's in?
I'm a big fan of Techno too. Just haven't seen him come in. It's a little too early for him. He usually shows up, after midnight or so. It's like a vampire.
I think Pulsac's backstage.
Polsak is backstage. You're right. There is.
Oh god!
I didn't say it. I'm just repeating it. All right, Mr. Bob, welcome back. You are the next guy. Do you have a bid on this dinette set, sir?
No, this is the beer garden at the Ministry of Beer. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Fuck you. You're cool, B. Fuck this. I'm out. Half Baked. I'd love to have Baked.
Half Baked is great.
Phil, you know what? My number 5. I remember what my number 5 is. The Other Guys with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not a big Mark Wahlberg fan. He's very hit or miss, and usually miss.
You gotta let him grow on you. Like what was it, Boogie Nights? He's really good in
Boogie Nights.
stuff.
Boogie Nights is good. I like Boogie Nights. I still like Boogie Nights. Especially because that was a San Fernando Valley movie where I grew up. So I know I recognize Sherman Way immediately when I.
Didn't he do the movie Marky Mark or something like that?
No, he was the rapper. He was Marky Mark of the Funky Bunch before he got into movies.
He's like in his
videos.
He's really good in like the Wes Anderson films and shit like that too, because Wes Anderson that's kind of one of the movies I want to see. That new one, what do they call it, Satellite City or whatever the fuck it's called or whatnot. But yeah, he's top notch, and just that line with him and Will Ferrell and the other guys. First of all, the movie starts off with Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock dying in like the first 5 minutes of the movie. Right. Just captures you right there, and then it's just Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, and then he goes to the line. He's like, if I were a freaking lion and you were a tuna, I'd freaking eat you, and then I'd bang your tuna girlfriend. And then Will Ferrell comes back with the what? Really? Me, an 800-pound tuna, and all my tuna buddies swimming around. We quote it all the time. It's hilarious.
It's funny. It's funny that I'm sorry. It's funny that Corey has mentioned a kid playing House Party there. That's another movie they remade recently without Kid at Play. It's like, does anybody ever remember that? It just went right under the rug.
Yeah, was that the one where they were like in LeBron's house and shit like that? Yeah, that's a movie.
Do we need more LeBron in our lives? We don't need more LeBron in our lives. For God's sakes.
That's a movie that
LeBron.
That didn't get to remade. I remember fucking Robin Givens in that movie. He passed long ago. He was a great fucking comedian back in the day too.
Yep.
Oh, if we're talking Samuel L. Jackson, Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, yes.
You know what? I've rewatched Pulp Fiction, recently, and Pulp Fiction is just not a good movie at all. Like it's way too long.
It is a bit long. That's just one big flaw. It's too damn long. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't like anything over 2 hours. That's enough.
I mean, if the movie's good, or if it's good, and I'll watch a movie for fucking 10 hours if it's goddamn good and I got the time to do it. Like one of the best things I've watched recently was what's her face's Ayn Rand's book. Who was Jean Galt? And it was a 3-part series that each one was 2 hours long. It was a 6-hour 3-part movie. And it was fucking awesome. But the only bad thing about it is the way they had to film it, all the actors changed during each parts. But, based on their book, it's fucking awesome.
Mallrats. Wasn't that the one that Kevin Smith did after Clerks?
Yeah, Mallrats is another good one.
But yeah, if you want to see
Renee Zellweger, that's another name you don't.
Yeah, if you want to see her, Taz in her prime, Mallrats, you get to see her for a few seconds.
Mallrats come out 1995?
I think it came out in the 80s, didn't it?
Right, it was about the
90s.
No, it was a year after Clerks. Clerks came out in 94, and Mallrats was immediately after.
Speaking of lemon face herself, Renee Zellweger, the Farley Brothers movies were fucking awesome too. Something About Mary. Then there was
was good.
Me, Myself, and Irene was really good. And what was the one with Greg Kinnear and Matt Damon where they played the Siamese twins? You guys remember that one?
Oh shit. No, I can't remember that.
I gotta go with Lindsay Lohan pre-drugs.
No, but like that movie, I can't remember the name of it, but it was so good, and it had like one of the best soundtracks ever. Like they had like at least like 6 Pixie songs in that movie for the soundtrack, which was awesome. All right, guys, I'm gonna go back in because I gotta pee.
Okay. We don't want to be part of that. Thanks, Bob. I like Bacon's right about Space Jam. Yeah, the first Space Jam wasn't any good anyway, but the second one with LeBron, Jesus
it was
Christ.
awful.
Why? Stop. Stop with LeBron. We don't want to see him. Nobody wants to see him on the court, off the court, anyway.
Wrapped up in his fucking ego and shit.
I would say
God damn.
Rip the Bugs Bunny. Exactly.
I would say Fast and the Furious movies, but they drove that series into the ground.
I like the first one, and I've had enough after that. It's like, okay, already. I could see the Fast and Furious on the fucking 134 freeway every day on the way home, and these assholes zigzagging in and out of fucking traffic. I don't need to see the movie. Girlfriend maybe watch Titanic. I have a Titanic story that a couple people know, but I saw that movie in the theater, and I took my grandfather, who I talked about my grandparents in Hayward. They came down I think it was over Christmas or whenever that stupid movie came out. I had to keep him occupied because my grandmother and my mother went out shopping or whatever the hell they did. So I took his ass to the AMC theater at Burbank, big AMC 14. To see Titanic, I figured, look, he's an old Navy man. He likes big ships and stuff like that. So maybe it misses me, but okay. Fortunately, that movie is another one that's way too fucking long and for no good reason.
Oh my God.
Other than James Cameron just jerking off. But I gotta tell you something. I saw maybe the first 10 minutes of it, and then my grandfather excused himself to go to the bathroom, and he did not come back for 15 minutes. I think, well, he's got to be past taking a dump by now. I think maybe he just got lost or something, because he is now starting to suffer from Alzheimer's disease at this point. So I went out to look for him. Looked in the hallway, wasn't there. Looked out by the concession stand, wasn't there. Looked at the bathroom, it wasn't there. So I fuck, maybe somehow I just missed him. So I went back to my seat, wasn't there. I thought, well, where the fuck could he be? Where could he have gone? So there was another theater that was showing Titanic down at the other end of the movie theater. It wasn't, nothing was playing yet. It was just empty. But I think, well, maybe his dumbass went into that one instead. He saw Titanic up there and maybe got confused. So I went over there and he wasn't in there. So then I go back towards where the front is, and then I see him outside standing at the curb, like he's waiting for a cab or something. So I go out there and say, what are you doing out here? I said, I was waiting for you. I said, well, I was in the theater. What? But for anybody who questions Joe Biden's ability, I mean, this was, we're talking a minor case of dementia where somebody got lost in a theater. We have somebody like this running a country right now. So that should scare the fuck out of everybody.
I don't feel safe with him running the country.
No, well, he's not running it. Fucking
Well, of course not. He's just
10 billionaire cocksuckers who are ruining the rest of Western civilization are also running this one.
Mm-hmm.
We want all the control over everything. God damn it. We'll kill and take out whoever we want.
That's why there's so much weird shit in such a short amount of time. So much tranny stuff all over the fucking place. It wasn't like this 10 years ago. But it took 10 years to completely fuck everything up. So that's why we got these old movies and old shit and games to go back to, because you can't go to TV to escape reality anymore, because TV is just as bad as fucking anything else now. There's just too much. There's just too much TV. There's too many choices, and it's all garbage.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many streaming services, and why basic cable still exists with those channels like USA Network, like ESPN, Comedy Central. Jesus Christ, why do you need these channels anymore?
Good. I haven't watched TV in like 5 years, dude.
Yeah, other than live sports, I don't watch it either. I watch YouTube, you guys, YouTube creators. I mean, because you're at least going to get some independent opinions, whether you agree with it or not. It's not, you guys aren't controlled by the corporate entity like the mainstream media is. You're never going to get shit from the fucking mainstream media anymore.
Well, I told people on my channel, I was like, I like a smaller audience and a smaller community, because I believe when you get bigger as a creator, you lose touch with a lot of your audience because you just can't keep up with people. But when you have it like a small circle where you know everybody and they know you and shit like that.
Yes.
I like that better.
Yeah, and more people gravitate toward that, because again, I don't see the excitement for these new flicks. Like, did you catch the Wonka trailer I ran the other night? That looks god awful. What the shit? Who the hell? Who's asking for that? Another Willy fucking Wonka movie, and with even more wokeness in it, because they don't like Johnny Depp being in anything anymore, so they have to try to erase the memory of that, and without this gender non-binary version of that movie. It's some young dude who I don't know who it is, and just some wussy looking cat. It's just with bad makeup and there's all this dancing and shit. It's like, what in the fucking shit?
I mean, half the population is sweet now, so
yeah.
Well,
I don't think it really is. I mean, you're led to believe it is, but it's not. I
don't believe it is.
It's no more than 5. Okay, but they're emphasizing, they want that to become the norm. So you're going to hear more about that. They're going to push all their bot accounts to push that agenda, and they're going to pay all their shills on Twitter and TikTok and everywhere else, and their politicians to push that agenda, and their mainstream media, because every 5 seconds NBC News has got some fucking transgender story on it. NBC News. Oxymoronic term if I ever heard one.
Mm-hmm. News used to be about who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Yeah, I mean, there was always the stuff we were allowed to see, but now the stuff that we are demanded to see. You know what I mean? Like we got 5 assholes who are expected to be our heroes. The LeBron James and the Megan Rapinoes of the world. It's like, why should we give a fuck about any of these people? Fuck them. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that blue-haired twat the fuck anywhere. Good, retire. Why? Really? We need every fucking media outlet to cover her retirement? Who gives a fuck? She retired from women's soccer, which is about the easiest job on the goddamn planet.
Again, they're all wrapped up in their ego. They're all narcissists.
Yeah, I don't care about none of them. I call them what they are. They're fucking faggots, and
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I'm not going to try to get your channel flagged. I just
go ahead. You'll be doing me a favor.
Too late.
They're fucking faggots.
As soon as the F-bombs start flying, YouTube's like, whoop.
Cigarettes, YouTube, cigarettes.
Fortunately, this is kind of in the middle and toward the end, so they don't. What's nothing really bad has happened in the last 5 minutes. They kind of leave you alone. They don't. The fact checkers or whoever monitors this shit doesn't have the time to watch the entire thing.
in the hired goons that have a certain political leaning, and that's the only reason they were hired, because they have a certain political leaning.
Well, yeah. You got to figure that all these celebrities that all push the same exact narrative have got to have been bought and paid for. I mean,
yeah. Well, they're all paid for.
And basically, they're publicists write all that shit anyway.
A lot of them are communist and socialist sympathizers.
Yeah, and they're hippies, and I keep saying they're too old to be hippies. They're too fucking old to be hippies. All right. Nobody should be hippies past their early 20s. All right. If you do hippie-ish things, that's one thing. But if you're still sitting in fucking kumbaya circles and going wah Trump to this in this day and age, just fuck right off, please.
Mm-hmm.
And stop blocking up roads with your fucking Extinction Rebellion bullshit. Okay.
If you really think about it, the hippies back then were actually socialists.
Yeah. And by the way, a lot of the hippie chicks back then were a lot hotter than the hippie ones now, right?
God,
you see chicks in protests nowadays. Are any of them fuckable? Those are the ones that are always getting nude all the time. Like,
I don't want to see maybe with the lights out in a brown bag over both of our heads. It'd be possible.
I paid $1 million to fact check Big Angry Phil. Well, there's money well spent right there, huh? Just give it right to me. I'd fact check myself and determine I was false.
The lie detector determined that is a lie.
Oh my God. The people that buy into that shit. Oh, well, all you gotta do is just go to Google. Google it, man. Yeah, well,
Google it.
Google's kind of fucking biased. God damn it.
Yeah, fact check. Like I fucking believe fact checkers are true.
You never hear anybody say Bing it, do you? Bing it. Just Bing it. Bing it, like as Bing on that Microsoft's crappy search engine.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it, because Bill Gates has paid so much attention to bug farms and shit. He's let his operating software go to absolute shit in the last 10 years. Which is why this thing gets slower and slower with each update. Anybody on that lovely Zuckerberg new Twitter, whatever that's called, Threads? Anybody join that load of shit? Yeah, more data harvesting. What a good idea that is. Again, all the same Democratic shills.
I'm gonna go to Threads because Elon Musk is a fascist. Okay.
Well, Facebook is a dying platform.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't die soon
And
enough.
it's really not somewhere where the younger audience is
How
anymore.
about Richo Vela is good. How about Jordan Peele's shit?
Meh.
It hasn't really grown on me. I tried, but it's not really there.
He grows on you like a malignant tumor.
Yeah, and I never liked Key and Peele, the Chappelle ripoff show they did on Comedy Central either. That's all it was. It was a Chappelle. It was a lighter. It was like Chappelle Light, but really light, like Bud Light kind of light. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I was paid that, I'd gladly give you half. Thank you, Ting Ting. Thanks for the equal opportunity. Bing it or nah? Yep. You bing it. Eat the bugs. Eats the fake meat. Eat that fake meat. They could sell the impossible meat, so now they're going to sell the lab meat.
Oh yeah, I did a video on that.
I saw that. Yeah.
In about 10 years, we're gonna have a third and fourth arm growing out of us because, all that GMO shit in our food. Well, Alex Jones was partially right.
That's going to make masturbation a whole lot of fun, isn't it?
When he said they're putting stuff in the water to turn the frogs gay, well, they're putting stuff in our food and water to turn us all gay.
Hydration light, yeah.
Well, people see all this, but they're not paying attention to all these food factories burning up. They're not paying attention to China buying up all this farmland over here.
And Bill Gates buying up the rest of it.
Bill Gates, he owns.
Will that fucker go away already? God damn, him and Hillary Clinton are like the fucking herpes. You just can't get rid of them. Jesus Christ, a really ugly, stupid herpes at that.
They've already got cricket snack factories in Canada.
Hey, let's see old Trudeau eat a couple of them. Let's lead by example, asshole.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather eat a rat burger than a lab meat burger. It's pretty much the same thing, I think.
Sure, pretty much. Either way, you're gonna catch something.
Yeah, Arby's.
Your best bet: get off the grid as fast as you can.
Yep. You'll be eating horse cum and rat hair.
God damn.
Jesus.
We have the meats.
But here's my thought
tree and
about
hollow it out.
Or we had the meats. They don't have the meats anymore.
I sincerely believe they're going to start doing stuff if they haven't already to this venison population or your wild pigs, fish in the rivers. I think they're already doing something to them.
Yeah. Well, plus, and they have no problem burning up our forest and then blaming climate change for it. They do it every fucking year. These fires don't set them fucking cells. We don't have a lot of lightning storms in California. Bullshit. Those motherfuckers go out there, set the fires, and they say, climate change, heat wave, climate change. Yeah, heat wave. That's like summer. That's when you have fucking hot weather. It's fucking heat wave bullshit. And turn the harp around, for Christ's sakes.
Declare a state of emergency and get government funding.
I'm almost wondering if they're just grinding up. I'm almost starting to wonder if they're just grinding up fentanyl and spraying it in the chemtrail trails now. You know what I mean? It's like, what are they putting up there nowadays? Because everybody's lost their mind. Nobody can walk, drive, sit in an airplane. Nobody knows how to do basic things anymore. See people just wandering around on the freeway, walking on the fucking freeway.
I mean, I have heard over the last
the bums have all become just fucking. The bums have become fucking vigilantes and shit, man. They're all macheted up and armed and shit, and they're just fucking attacking people.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think about it. There's no incentive for them not to. I mean, if they go out here and they commit crimes, well, they know that they're going to have it better in prison because they're going to have 3 hots and a cot. They're going to have a place to stay out of the weather. Don't have to work if they don't want to. They can work out, exercise, have all the free sex with other guys they can handle if they're into that stuff. And I mean,
they learn to love it.
We grew the meats. Yeah, that'll be the next slogan.
I mean, seriously.
We once had the meats.
If you were living in a country where, your punishment system, your criminal justice system doesn't really punish people for committing crimes. And by the way, I know you guys out in California, you're seeing that lawlessness.
That's everywhere now. You've got commies sitting in every city now, even the red ones. You know what I mean? It's not just here. It's every fucking where.
Where is the incentive for them to be law-abiding citizens anyway?
None.
They don't have it.
None, and especially knowing they won't get arrested for anything. Super Callow, climate change has to be real. Temperatures got up 20 degrees in just 1 week. Not here, it hasn't. Another 2 weeks, we'll be swimming in the North Pole. No, that's never going to happen. They keep saying that's going to happen. 40 years ago, they said we'd be in an ice age. So which one is it?
All I'm going to say is
that didn't scare people enough. So now it's climate change.
All I'm going to say is,
and people are going to be on to that, and they're going to call it something else in the next couple of years.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but look into HAARP. We have the manipulation tactics.
HAARP, yeah, I know. I just mentioned that. I said just turn that shit around. We had really unseasonably be cool, drizzly weather all of June. Hey, I'll take it. If that's what HAARP is doing to us, leave it there. But that plus the cloud seeding plus the chemtrails. Oh yeah, all that mixed together, and just the fires that we'd love to run around set whenever it fits the narrative. Yeah, like remember the Amazon was burning a few years ago. How did that happen? I wonder. Those goddamn some tiger came by and just lit it on fire, right? Yeah, sure.
Is Canada still burning?
I don't know. I haven't heard much about old Canada. Again, there's how deliberate is that fucking shit, right? As big as the snowpack has been, the snowpack in California has been big time this year. We had a lot of snow, so there should be. I don't want to hear any drought fucking talk out of that Gavin Newt fucking mouth. We had more rain and snow this year than we've had in quite a while, so I don't want to hear shit from that guy ever, really. Mm-hmm. Cali is next. France by the weekend. Well, France could go. Who knows he's gonna miss it?
France is already burning to the ground.
Put Inspector Clouseau on the case. Speaking of movie, I do like those old Pink Panther movies too. Those old slapstick ass Peter Sellers Pink Panther movies, and the cartoons for that matter. The Inspector, especially the Inspector ones.
Mm-hmm. Those are good cartoons.
The theme song's catchy too.
The Log Pig Special. Anything with meat in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll be cooking people sooner or later. Anybody who got arrested in the January 6th thing will probably be the first to go. I love the Ray Epps story. The mainstream media is running now. It's like, really? Are you really? How fucking dumb do they fucking think we are? Holy shit.
They'll talk about that, but they won't talk about an actual terrorist attack committed in 2020 when BLM literally killed each other, destroying property.
Well, they paid for that. Okay, they left all the bricks in a big pile there for him. It's like, help yourselves. Help yourselves. Have fun.
They were all paid to do.
Have fun storming the castle.
So.
And then what was that? People that live in Washington State, what they see several blocks of your city.
Oh, that was the Bacon's, the Chaz zone. That was Bacon's favorite time. That's like, a lot of fun in that Chaz. Yeah, they had a lot of fun in that Chaz zone. Bacon could tell you all about that nonsense. They were all playing house. Wasn't that adorable? They're all playing.
You're gonna sit there.
It was like something. It was like something right out of Idiocracy, man. It was unbelievable. It's like, why does Mike Judge have to predict the future? So
you're gonna block off city streets and then demand shit out of the U.S.
and let do it too. It's like how much did Soros pay for all this fucking shit? That guy again. Going back to movies, Trading Places. Remember that movie, Eddie Murphy movie? Okay. Remember the whole thing was, and they pretty much ripped off from the Three Stooges, because Three Stooges used to do this environment versus hereditary kind of thing, where the millionaires then in the 30s be betting they could take the Three Stooges off the street, turn them into gentlemen. That was the plot of Trading Places. They took Dan Aykroyd, who's the wealthy, the yuppie, up-and-coming executive in the financial firm, swap it with Eddie Murphy, who's the street hustler, right? And succeeded. And then you find out later they bet $1 on it, right?
Yeah,
that's exactly what's going on now. These cocksuckers, the George Soros and people and the Klaus Schwabs of the world, bet $1 to see if they could just completely fuck Western civilization, especially the countries they don't like the USA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got all these mutants running our cities, running our states, running our DA's offices, and running the presidency, and they're just sitting back and laughing with that Hungarian accent or whatever that fucking accent he's got, and. And nobody says a damn. And then you're a conspiracy theorist, of course, if you bring that up.
Soros.
There's a movie that. Palpatine. And by the way, if Soros finally goes, he's got his son, who's the next in line. He's gonna take over the operation. So it's not like this shit's gonna stop anytime soon. And you have the whole WEF too. So if Klaus Schwab goes, you got plenty of people in there to fill in his shoes. So.
Yep.
The only way to deal with it is you gotta take them all out.
Well, I mean,
it's the only way to deal with it. You got to remove the cancer.
Yeah, well, the cancer is just spreading. The cancer is spreading.
It is metastasizing.
I don't know if it's cancer or the clap, but something is fucking spreading, and it's not a good thing. Chaz Chop was a gay old time. Oh yes, it was.
Oh shit. Yeah. Well, New York's seeing it right now with all them illegals. Not sectioning off city blocks like they did, but
by the way, they're getting bussed here too. Like we don't have they're not already haven't been walking across the border the last 40 years already. It's like really we need another busload of them here, huh? Because we made ourselves sanctuary in this fucking lovely state. It's like okay, well why don't you just bus them right to Gavin Newton's fucking winery? How about you fucking do that?
Oh yeah, they tried that.
They could put up the work there. They could pick the grapes. Right?
What was it? Martha's Vineyard, and they were like, no.
Yeah,
we got to turn you back out.
And then you saw the white libs. Their true colors, NIMBY colors, came out, right? Fuckers.
It's gonna be the taxpayers who pays for all of this, guys.
We are paying for it because it costs money.
Yeah, well, they're putting them up. They're putting them up in 5-star hotels too. They're putting them in that shit.
That too. Or they're renovating.
Or all these condos they're putting up all over the place. I mean, they got.
I did a video on that New York thing too, and I showed a picture of what they were getting fed on a daily basis, having orgies in the hallways.
But they're not getting fake. They're not getting lab meat, are they? They're
no, man. They're getting what? Breakfast in bed. They're getting toddler supplies. Freaking cereal.
Good. Are they getting
oatmeal.
free? Are they getting free tampons too? Like the feminists want everybody to get? Are they getting that too? Isn't that lovely?
It's amping up for a two-way rivalry. Is what it is.
Tax.
And I hate to say that, but that's what it's coming down to.
Fred Drescher needs an OnlyFans. Oh God, as long as she's quiet. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe 30 years ago, if we didn't have OnlyFans 30 years ago, but I don't know. She might be a little, she's a bit long in the tooth now. I don't think. Maybe a free preview.
Mm-hmm.
But please stay quiet. Watch. Months from now, contract negotiations have stalled again. Well, yeah, We tried listening to her, but Jesus Christ, we couldn't. Like,
here's what we should do, guys.
Like, okay. Guess I'll be out of work for the rest of my fucking life. Thank you. Please don't talk. Thank you, Uber. You're gonna get more drivers coming very soon. Get to throw up in more people's back seats. Above the Rim. Oh yeah, another Tupac movie. Forgot about Above the Rim. Was that the last one he was in? I forgot when that one came out.
I don't know.
Take a look.
I always kind of liked The Wash. That was the Dr. Dre Snoop one. They were working at the car wash.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
It was cheesy as shit, but it was pretty. It was entertaining, you know.
Yeah, that car wash.
It was like Friday mixed with Car Wash, the old '76 movie, you know, with George Carlin in it.
Oh, there was because I got that same 5-pack movie at Walmart. There was that movie where they were on a bus with the Pops from Friday. What's his name?
Oh, Bob is back. I didn't see
John Witherspoon.
Sorry, Bob. I didn't see you down there. What's up, man?
Okay, all right. We just had a story that broke out of here like 2 days ago. All right. So apparently, yeah, we got busted. We got gifted some of Texas's, set
up there too. Of course they did.
Yeah. So and they got put in police stations, by the way. And I actually went and delivered one like fucking. It was like 2 weeks ago, right? And we got kids out in front of this fucking place, and I'm trying to deliver, and it's right out in front of fucking 94, the Dan Ryan Expressway. We got kids playing with soccer balls and shit like that. So I go into a police station. I'm like, hey, I got a delivery for such and such, and they're like, oh yeah, no problem, right? And as I'm walking in, I got homeless tents set up all there. All right, now here's the thing that happened just a couple days ago. Apparently, there was a scandal that some of the police officers have been banging some of the young immigrants that are very young. Okay, well, what do you think is going to happen when you put men and women together, especially men with jobs that make a lot of money and people who don't make a lot of money? Well, you know what? You get some sex that happens. Apparently, 2 of the cops got an immigrant pregnant, gave birth to a kid. They got suspended. And can you really blame them? Like, they're creating this situation for
We're the abortion proponents to encourage her to have an abortion there.
Apparently, she had the child already. So you know what's going to happen. The family courts are going to come in and put them. One of them 2 guys, or both of them, on the hook for child support, and she is going to get automatic citizenship and an anchor baby. So.
Bacon wants to know how young. Are we talking Sound of Freedom kind of young?
No. I'm talking about like 16. These are
old enough to know what's going on,
but still felony. Still felony with it.
No. This is brown citizens. So we're talking quinceañeras. So it's sweet 16 parties. We're talking about 16-year-olds, and it was already knocked up at the age of not even 17. And giving birth to a kid. Now, whoever the fuck is involved in this shit, goddamn well, they're gonna have to fucking pay child support until that kid's fucking 18. 18. Automatic. This is the reason why, Phil, we are MGTOW. Why we have our MGTOW tenants. Okay, no cohabitation, no fucking. No marriage and no kids, because the family courts will murder you.
Yep.
And you're going to have to fucking pay. And even if one of the other 2, because there's 2 of them involved in this, finds out he's not the father, they're still going to make him pay. So she's gonna get a double. She's gonna get a double paycheck. A double paycheck, Phil. That's what's crazy about it.
Yeah.
That's why.
I'm sure she's just more than upset about that fucking fact. Huh?
No, I'm sure she's fucking happy and ecstatic as fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Getting in.
Yeah. It's like that's look what the word got out about that. He's like, look what happens in America. Come on in. If I could get knocked up and you'll get paid out of the ass, you know.
Hey, Galleon.
And that's the reason. That's the reason why we are fucking MGTOW.
Let's go. Brandon.
And why we preach these tenets we have. You don't gotta fucking not be a monk or whatnot and stuff like that. You can go, but the risks are the risks.
Oh, I get it. I've never been married. I don't have kids, and a chick has only moved in with me once 20 years ago, and I couldn't stand it. So I've never done that since.
Good for you, Phil. Good for you.
Listen, I've been in plenty of bad relationships. You know, I'm not saying whose fault that was or anything, but I've never.
Oh my God, Phil!
I've never gotten married. Not once.
Phil, at some point or another, they're all bad relationships, and God forbid the cops get called. Who's going to jail? It's going to be you.
Well, I know the answer to that one.
It's always going to be the dude. It's called the Duluth model, and we've talked about this extensively.
Yep. Even when you didn't do shit, and some neighbor heard yelling, and then they still haul your ass away, even though I've got the fucking the battle scars all over my fucking ass.
The Duluth
model. She could attack you with a weapon, and you're still going to be the one that's pulled out of the house and put in jail overnight.
Yeah. Weapon like sharp teeth. That's
or a frying pan. Yeah. Phil, remember those old school fucking.
Sure, those old cartoons where the fucking frying pan be bonking somebody in the head. Sure,
it was always the wife, and she'd be hitting the husband in the head with a frying pan
or a rolling pin, a fucking rolling pin. Remember those?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Those things feel amazing. I tell you what.
What?
Oh yeah, they start your logic process. They reboot it right off the bat.
Sure, the model exists. I mean,
it was just my mom telling me she loves me.
We got to blame men for domestic abuse cases and.
Yeah. No, it's basically what the feminist agenda has been always. It's to transfer wealth from men to female via the government at gunpoint. That's what it is.
Well, you're seeing that in all the movies too. Again, with all the remakes, now you have the strong female lead. Same with the TV commercials. Who's always driving the car? The wife. The fucking husband is in the passenger seat.
The angry
female.
Hey, Chaos, you still here?
The man is made to look like an idiot.
Hey, can I get a minute with Chaos for a second here?
Yeah.
Guys, Lollapalooza is coming into town in 2 weeks, and we have the entire city is going to get flooded with over 100 bands. Chaos, you know who's coming into town? Radkey.
Huh.
And I'm going to go see them. And I will post videos of that shit, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm totally going to get a copyright claim from YouTube from posting my own concert. Yeah, a copyright claim from posting my own fucking concert footage.
Yeah, it's worth it. Try it. What are they going to do?
No, it's not going to stop me from doing it. But, guys, I'm heading back in. Music's getting loud, so I'll jump back in, all right?
All right, Bob.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah, I started seeing that model happening in the 90s with a lot of sitcoms where they would make the man look stupid.
Ooh. That's a weird sandwich.
Yeah, I know. I hate StreamYard layouts. Fucking sucks. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Screw it. It is what it is.
Almost looks like a Discord channel.
Fortunately, thankfully, I know nothing about Discord. So.
I've heard that background music in several people's streams. I've been trying to.
It's one of the StreamYard stock pieces of music that's in there.
Yeah.
Because usually when I put mine in there, it slows it all down. So, So that's just one of there's like 10 stock beats they have in there, and that's one of the least irritating ones. Yeah, usually with the OSB or OBS, I pull some video game music and use that. But
if this place wasn't so anal about copyrighted music, I'd be playing some Ozzy or some Pantera or Slayer in my intros.
Yeah. I'd be playing Mouth for War by Pantera fucking all day.
Hell yeah.
No, I got fucked over some in-game fucking music, dude.
I heard that. What was the game again? I think you said the other night, but I forget what it was.
One Hitman or One Punch Man.
That's right. I saw you play that game. That game looks pretty fucking interesting.
It was up until I got the copyright strike, and now I'm all about fuck One Punch Man.
Yeah. Sackboy just got me in trouble in Russia. I'm not allowed to be seen there.
Fuck
for whatever reason. Bacon has a point here. Say what you will about Cosby. His show is one of the last with a father that's portrayed as actually comedy. The last of the strong African American role models on TV. That's why they had to kill it off and kill him off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Still have these accusations coming out 50 years after the fact. I mean, come on, really?
She wanted those Quaaludes. She wanted to party with Cosby.
Well, you
pudding
had
pops. Give me some.
You had Good Times. The father on there was very.
Yeah,
very
and then you
strong.
had George Jefferson, who was very outspoken, but he was rich. Fucking living at the. Moving up to the east side, man. Oh, we have another contestant on the Price is Not So Right. Also from Illinois. We got Sunflowers.
Hello.
Oh shit.
Hello.
What's up, Sunflowers? How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Sunflowers, you were seeing some music earlier today. I saw on your Instagram there. Who
Yep.
did you go to see?
There's a band called ADD. They were a heavy metal band. They opened up for Puddle of Mud.
Puddle of Mud. There's a name I remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. The town that we go to, sometimes they have very famous people, and we don't have to pay for none of it.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Regional Valley, Hal Fishman brought news. Yeah, he was one of the last of the old school, scruffy, fucking real deep voice motherfuckers. Yeah, he was on Channel 5 here in LA for a long time. He died about 20 years ago. And then Larry McCormick, his sidekick, who was black, has been on about as long as he has. Same thing. That's when the last of the serious newscasts before it all went to hell. So Hal Fishman is the man for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the news was bullshit, the way they delivered it, made you almost believe it. You know? Now you have these non-binary, really guys with a kind of a high voice. It doesn't really know anything. Like everything sounds like the KTLA morning news. Like you know, every station has some stupid morning newscast, but now the evening newscast sounds like that too. Like you can't take any of these cocksuckers seriously. They're just junk. Terrible.
Makes you hate humanity. It does me.
Send the meteor, please.
Yeah, what's up with all the near misses, man? Just let it happen already. Come on. They always scare us. Well, an asteroid belt is about 25 million light years away. But it's like, okay, who cares? Tell me when it's about 2 miles away. I'll be interested in that.
Tell us when it's when I look up.
Tell me at least when it's hovering over New York City. Then I'll be very fucking interested. 'Cause I hate that place. All the movies that have something that's going to attack New York City. Well, can it happen already? Because I'm tired of hearing about New York and its people and the idiots that run it. It's like we're all quickly catching up to it. That's the problem, and we can't let that happen. There isn't a place in the country I hate worse than New York City, and I've been to a lot of the country.
Yeah.
New York City was fun when I was a kid. I used to go there in the 80s. I had grandparents that lived there. That was a long time ago. Going back there and having to work there and do shoots there, God damn, that place sucks. Most of New Jersey, just that whole fucking East Coast, just kind of something needs to sink into the ocean. Let it be that one first.
Hopefully, Alabama, my state, will stay red through this. But
yeah, I don't think. Don't let them switch it. Don't let them switch
all your major cities are already infected.
Yeah,
Birmingham is definitely
the virus is
they're
here.
Democrat.
Dallas, Houston, Austin, Fort Worth. My city's actually getting infected. They're trying to turn my city into a mini fucking Fort Worth. It's fucking disgusting.
Are they chicks though? Is who chicks? I think I missed the reference there.
Oh no, you can't tell nowadays. You got to do
nowadays, you know. Well, nowadays you can still tell, but they want you to believe they're chicks. You know, goddamn well, like the Miss Netherlands chick I talked about in the last turn off the news.
Oh Jesus!
With the obvious package bulging out of its dress. I mean, seriously, can we cut this fucking shit off already? Enough of this shit. Again, George Soros is getting his jollies with this stuff. It's like we're all fucking tired of it already. Tired of it. And you think of these? You think the former actual women contestants are happy to hand over the crown to strong woman over there? No,
and that's what I'm saying. I pointed that out not long ago. I mean, feminists are pissed off having to share the spotlight with all this equality nonsense.
Are they though? Because they're kind of like
they certainly don't seem to be. Where's all the pussy hat marches complaining about the men beating all the women in women's sports, beating them at beauty pageants? Where are they at now? No, their corporate masters told them not to fucking march for this because we all support this. Like that stupid Megan Rapinoe, who's a man anyway, of course supports this shit.
Oh yeah, God damn.
And like I said, if Peter Griffin needs to say "Shut up, Meg," it's "Shut up, Meg." Shut up.
Every time that bitch speaks, shut up, like Meg. A man. That one that just got back from Russia that they traded.
Oh, Brittany Griner. Oh, Jesus, that's a dude, man. I played his
criminal.
I played his voice, man. He sounds deeper than mine.
Is a dude.
Oh, the motherfucker who burped.
Brittany Grinder. Come
on. Who am I thinking of? Brittany Vinny.
That's Jussie Smollett's next acting gig. That's what that is. He's Jussie Smollett. That's who that is. You ain't seen the two of them together, have you?
What's the chick?
I didn't know I had it in there. Yes, you did, bitch. You hit it and you got by hiding it long enough. Russia fucking finally got your ass.
That story is fake anyway. Just to prop her up, and it didn't work. It's a dude. It's another dude in women. It's another dude in women's sports. Yawns, fucking snort.
Who am I thinking of? Brittany Vinny that burps.
Extremely windy because that door just keeps.
3D printed beat. Yep, they're working on that right now. It's gonna be 4D by the time we get to it.
Melts in your mouth and in your insides.
Yeah. Well, that's imagine what perverts are gonna do with that fake stuff, man. It's probably of course, what is it made out of in the first place? Nobody knows.
God damn it.
Well, the video claimed cells, stem cells, but
stem cells. So that's what you're doing with those. Huh? Hey, you know what? Okay.
So essentially, you're eating people.
They're just a clump of cells. That's what we're all told.
Yeah. We're all clumps of cells.
Michael had 10 in the 70s. Oh yeah. Well, meanwhile, we have 5G phones. Burning our balls in their fucking pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know if is a bad thing because I'm not trying to get anybody knocked up or anything. So
I just wish it would do like it did in that episode of South.
Why does it make your dick grow longer if it has to do something? You know?
Yeah.
Don't shrink my
balls. There be some positive
Shit.
side effects. Let it give us fucking elephantitis in the dick or something. Shit.
Yeah.
Let it give us big bouncy balls so we can just bounce around on.
I'm sure whichever drug conglomerate makes Viagra and Cialis probably doesn't want that to happen. So I'm sure they're making sure that doesn't happen.
Make sure it shrinks the cocks, not makes them larger.
It's like they're working on a male birth control. How's that shit gonna work with those that take Viagra?
Yeah, you know what male birth control is calling? It's called pulling the fuck out. That's what it's called.
You'll find out.
Or putting on a raincoat if you got a real dirty one going on there. But I just recommend not touching those.
An admiral's coat.
Yeah, we're all. I mean, again, with all the shit they're spraying in the air, who knows what's going on, man? They're not going to give us a truth. All we can do is live as long as they're allowing us to fucking live. And then if it gets to the point where it's just too ridiculous, then we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Find another country, colonize it.
Yeah, we'll take. There's states with plenty of empty space, like Wyoming and Montana.
We got all of Canada above us. We got all of Mexico and South America. Why don't we just take all of it over?
We could. I mean,
we could technically.
Although they've ruined Canada. Canada's gotten got.
But they still got a lot of resources.
Canada's China light now.
Yeah, we'd have to take out China in order to get Canada.
Shit. Okay. Well, we could have done that a long time ago, but nowadays, now we have
them and Russia too.
But now we have trannies in the armed services, and they just want to make sure you don't misgender them. By the way, that's against the law in Michigan now to misgender somebody. Do you know that?
Oh, it's already here.
Yeah.
Nice.
But,
Yeah.
so wait a minute. If it's against the law, what happens to them?
5 years in jail.
Oh,
it's a felony now.
That's a maximum fine, 5 years, or I forget, maybe $50,000, or more.
Wait a minute. If I misgendered you, let's say you were trans, but I didn't.
Oh, please misgender me! I dare you.
So I can go to jail in Michigan.
Yeah.
For misgendering.
Don't go to Michigan.
All right, I think it's a kindness thing that you should say their pronouns. But I think jailing people. No, this is my opinion.
Nobody should give a shit about pronouns. Pronouns shouldn't even be a thing. Weirdos made it into a thing. It shouldn't be a thing.
Okay, but listen, jailing people. That's something I can't even get on board with. That's too far. That's too loony. That's loony.
There's a lot of other things you should be jailing people for, like stealing everything in the store. Maybe you should be putting people in jail.
Here's the thing.
Or assaulting people on the street.
Or go a little draconic and just chop off their hands so they can't steal no more.
Here's the thing. If you are going along and saying their pronouns, then you're going along with mental insanity.
I mean, if I'm supposed to know somebody's non-gender binary or some shit they just completely made up in the last 5 years, fuck it. You know?
And I'm not going to insult my
There's some of them that I can clearly tell.
If you look like a dude, I'm going to say, hey, how you doing, sir? You know? And if you became something else artificially, well, that's not how's that my fucking problem?
I'm not subjecting myself to insulting my own intelligence by playing along with mental delusions.
Nope.
Because my mentality will suffer if I play along with mental delusions.
Right. Again, this is the billionaire club made up all this fucking nonsense. You got a lot of Gen Z to go along with it, and a lot of older people. Now, a lot of people who want to be on the right side of history or whatever. I'm seeing more and more of this stuff in profiles, and it's just like, stop. I can see your picture. I know what the fuck you are.
Women our own age are all for this shit, Phil.
It's like, do we need another chip on our shoulders? I'm Sam Smith. I'm gender non-binary. No, you're a dude and a weirdo, and you do shitty music. I don't care what you decide to call yourself after that.
Rich Yovelli.
I ain't going to jail for that. I'm not going to fucking jail for that.
That is exactly what it is.
Learn lines. Yeah. Yep, they're flip flopping everything. Normality is abnormal, and goofiness is normal. Yeah, aren't you being punished enough for living in Michigan? Jesus Christ! Imagine living in Detroit and going to jail for misgendering somebody. Well, meanwhile, Detroit's burning down to the ground most of the time.
We are nearing the end of the
shoot as many people as you want, but don't misgender nobody. That's clown fucking world in a nutshell.
We are nearing the end of the collapse of this civilization when pedophilia starts to become talked about and become normalized.
Yeah, it was funny. I was talking to my mom before she passed, and this is before the cancer even kicked in. I said, they're working on they're eventually going to start trying to normalize.
They just signed a bill here in California, where 12-year-olds are allowed to leave the house legally.
Oh wow!
12-year-olds are allowed to what?
Are allowed to leave the house. Just pack up, go. 12-year-old. In case they want to go out and get gender reaffirming surgery, which is the basis of what this bill is. I think it's another Scott Wiener fucking bill. Again, they name fucking destiny.
I mean, think about
this is the stuff they're concerned with. Well, this state, the roads are all, and the bridges are all crumbling here, but we're worried about fucking minors and their gender affirming bullshit.
They're about to be the new labor. Think about it. You got kids that are making adult
which is why robots are taking the fuck over.
Since they can make adult decisions, that means they can work, they can go to war, and all that other shit too. So it's slippery slope, baby.
Yeah. And then they discover years later, it's like, I wish I didn't cut off my cock. I made the biggest mistake of my life. Like Mr. Garrison in South Park 15 years ago.
God. I remember that episode too.
15 years ago. It was an episode called Eek a Penis. He decided, I'm sick of being transgender. I got to get my dick back. And they grew it onto a lab rat. And he was chasing it all over the city.
Oh, that episode is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And all the women say, "Eek a penis!" They're all standing up on chairs like they used to do in the old cartoons when a mouse would go by, right?
Yeah.
Corey has a good question. Anything about Maxwell lately? No, certainly haven't. Not in the old mainstream media. You sure as haven't. Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell with the old black book full of Epstein.
Yeah, you're not going to hear
visitors.
anything about her. She knows too much. She's either going to get deleted or she's in
Devil's Night showing
custody.
Big Angry Phil is I got to be anywhere near Detroit. I tell you, you can't pay me to go to that fucking place. Especially now that I can't misgender anybody. That's all I do anyway. That's all I do is misgender everybody, whether it was accidental or not. I mean, we are in Hollywood.
People say it's a respect thing, but it's really not, because
respect should be earned. Why do I need to respect? Why do I even didn't know what you're up to? I don't just leave that shit to yourself. That was all what it should have been done in the first place. You know what I mean? Nobody. I shouldn't have to know who you're fucking, what you're fucking, why you're fucking, and where you're fucking. I shouldn't have to know or give a fuck what you're wearing. What if you have a cock, a vagina, 2 cocks, and no vagina? I don't even fucking need to know this. Just live your fucking life like people used to do. All right, you're not heroes. I should have to fucking walk on eggshells in order so you invent some new language to use against me. Fuck all of you. You know, leave us. Most of the gay community is not on board with the lunacy that the few numbskulls are up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of the gay community just wanted to be left alone. Just leave us the fuck alone. All right. Don't let us in with LGBTQ blah 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 blah. All right. Because the only eggshells you're walking on comes to the T's. Much like Chappelle did in that bit a long time ago. It's the fucking tease. It's the fucking tease.
Getting rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell was a mistake.
And LG, not the same fucking thing? Lesbian, gay?
Yeah.
Same fucking thing, right? So why do we have those two together?
Well,
Bi? That could be also gay. I mean, really, if a dude fucks a dude, I tend to expect he's just gay.
They're the leftovers from the feminist movement. From the
third
wave feminist
queer.
movement.
How is that different from gay? Is that LG and Q are the same fucking thing? We don't even need that in there.
If you can't define what women are, then what is a lesbian?
And they've added all kinds of letters which they use sometimes and sometimes not. So it's like, so how can you help but not misgender somebody fucking accidentally? Because now you keep adding, you keep taking away, you keep changing shit. And how the fuck are you supposed to keep up with this? And why should we even keep up with it? Again, just do your fucking lunacy and leave us the fuck out of it.
No, the thing about it is I'm not keeping up with it. I have no interest in it. You know, if I was somebody in this life who grew up and thought that I was gay, maybe I would see the interest in it, but I'm not.
And by the way, if I was sitting at a bar and a gay guy like tried to pick me up, I would get offended by it. Sorry, I'm just not gay. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't need a big fight about it. It's like, they say, I've had that happen before. Like sometimes guys, they get drunk. It's like, hey, you looking good. And it's like, I'm not gay, dude. That's it.
Just tell them,
don't need to fight him. I'm not offended. I don't think I'm gay. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes that shit happens. And all you can just tell them, hey, I'm not fucking interested. I'm not fucking gay.
I am a normal man who likes women, and that's the end of it.
I'm not interested. That's all I got to fucking say. And then you have all these TikTok transgenders talking about, well, you're transphobic if you won't date a transgender woman. I go, just stop. You're a dude. I don't fuck dudes. I don't fuck dudes ever. Never will. Never.
I take somebody out, and I find a Oscar Mayer wiener in them pants.
Well, I think if you didn't know in the first place, I mean, if something did give it away, like the voice or the calves or the big hands or something, or the fucking bulge in their pants, if you went that far and you took them out, then I don't know, maybe that's on you. I don't know.
I mean,
like if it went that far, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that important because they don't even hide it anymore. They don't hide it. Well, like that Rachel Levine, that weird admiral that we have running, who's assistant health director for the Biden administration. Doesn't even try to look or sound like a woman. It's just we have to call it Rachel Levine, formerly Richard Levine. Still looks and sounds like Richard.
Goddamn hobgoblin.
And what kind of admiral was that anyway? That ain't no admiral. Admiral bullshit. They're just making mockery of the fucking military. Is all they're doing.
Making the military weak.
Make YouTube great again. I wish we could. I wish we'd go back to the early days of YouTube and it was just AVGN and not much else. You know what I mean? But now it's.
I am.
Thank God for us here. That's all I can say.
I am convinced that YouTube is purging its platform to turn it into an all 24/7 news network.
No, Gary.
They're getting rid.
So more mainstream lib news, huh? So great.
Well, that's just my opinion, right? I couldn't say if that's true or not, but
yeah.
I think they're purging all of us creators off of here to get this platform cleaned out.
All right, so we'll move over to Rumble. I have a account built there in case I need it. But we'll milk this as long as we can, and then when they start kicking everybody off, we'll go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to completely get rid of us as much as they like to think they are.
No, they're not going to get rid of us.
And if something we're saying is such a problem to them, then what's up with them? What are they not liking about it? You know what I'm saying? If we're getting under their skin that much, if a bunch of YouTubers are getting under the establishment skin, then the establishment has got something to fucking hide. Of course they do. We know they do.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, the establishment runs YouTube and runs pretty much most of your entertainment venues. So,
yep,
we'll just have to grin and bear it as much as we can until we're really just shoved the fuck up out of here, and we'll just do something else. I'll be the last rat on this ship, says Corey.
And when the First Amendment was literally attacked, not a peep from the groups that was always attacking another big shocker.
Who owns Rumble? It's based in Canada, isn't it?
Yeah,
Toronto, I think. Yeah,
it is. Well, Bacon, most people don't understand what the Constitution or the amendments mean anyway, so.
Nah, they don't really teach it in school.
No,
they
don't teach anything useful in school anymore. And it's all indoctrination and waving rainbow flags and reading the BLM manifesto. That's about it. No reading Latin or arithmetic no more. That's for sure.
No, because it's all racist and perpetuates white supremacy.
You know, we got all these hippie teachers that have taken over again. Bought by the Soros camp. It's homeschool them, for Christ's sakes. You can't do any worse. Just don't have kids in the fucking first place. That's an even better idea. Don't even bring them into this fucked up world. They don't deserve this. What kind of a mess are you going to leave them? It's going to be like the Terminator. They tell you robots are going to take over everybody's job, and they're going to start killing each other. They're going to start killing us.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that's one of the only good things Schwarzenegger's done is the Terminator. Fucking, and only in the first one. I'm not a fan of the second. I'm not a fan of good Arnold Terminator. I like the first one where he killed everybody. And then he became the governor, and he turned into a lib whining crybaby bitch. So.
Yep.
Still not the worst governor we've had. We've got that right now. Old Gavin Newterd running around thinking he's going to run for president, which he probably will, because even they know that Biden's done. They're never going to admit it on their news programs and on Twitter, but he's done. Biden's done. There's no goddamn fucking way he's running again. He's too fucking old and decrepit. He was decrepit and old and decrepit then. He's insanely old and decrepit now.
Mm-hmm. They allowed people to talk about the election results because they know in 2024 it's going to be a mainly Republican runaway train, and they want people to be able to point fingers and say, "Oh well, why aren't you calling out the political, fraudulent election in this one?" It's predictable as freaking water running.
We're not even close to the election. I'm already tired of it. You know what I mean? It's like it's still fucked. No matter who it is, we're fucked either way. We're just
Republicards! Why can't you admit that the election was stolen when Ron DeSantis or somebody goes in?
Check out Rofkin. Is that a thing? Or Rockfin? Anybody heard of this?
Yes.
Rockfin, yeah.
Oh, Sunflower. You know what that is? Okay.
It's another social media site.
Okay, so you can with a little slightly more free speech than what we got here.
I think you can post videos. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with Rockfin.
I don't know. I don't want to join like every social media site. Like I'm tired of the ones I'm already on. You know what I mean? It's like it gets to be too much after a while. It's like Jesus Christ. I just want to shut it all off and just go to bed. You know what I mean? Fucking Christ.
You ain't lying.
But I mean, nobody likes the YouTube police.
No, everybody's tired of the YouTube. Who's even running you? Who's even in charge of YouTube now? Because
I don't know.
After Susan Wiki left, I don't know who the next commie in charge is.
Like the whole thing, like my friend, he gets in trouble and he can't stream for a while because he plays music.
Yeah, that seems to be happening.
Well,
yeah, like some of my game music is getting me in trouble too. So.
But the problem he has is he shows videos, and some people think it's if you show videos. That's when you get busted.
I show news clips, but I show them in very small increments. I don't play the entire thing at once. So I think if you're doing little bits and pieces there, I haven't gotten in trouble for those yet. So I'm just making fun of them and talking over it and shit. So.
That's probably why, because you're talking over it. He just plays music.
I stop it every couple of seconds and then rag on it and play more, then rag on it and play more. But yeah, if you play an entire thing, like even when I played the fucking Wonka trailer, I still stopped and started quite a bit. Because that was like 2.5 minutes of stuff, you know. I mean, that's
more. Yeah, but it's really annoying.
Yeah. Plus, I have stuff in the picture. I got all kinds of crap all over the screens. You know, you're not seeing the entire thing. But Wonka, yeah. Anybody running out to see the new Wonka movie? Oh my god, no.
Wait, Wonka movie?
Yeah. Did you see my last news show? I played the Wonka trailer, making another Wonka movie, and then. It's just a remake, another retelling of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
Factory. I have to watch a replay. I was kind of busy.
Yeah, it's okay. And I chaptered it too, so you can just jump right to the end where that sequence is.
I don't honestly get this. It's like with the Shakespeare plays. How many versions of them are they going to make?
A billion.
I mean, I can understand, for example.
I think the reasoning behind it is because the mainstream media is really pissed off that Amber Heard lost that court case against Johnny Depp. They wanted Johnny Depp to lose that and then believe all women. That's shit, you know. And they saw what a pain in the ass Amber Heard was. So Johnny Depp, they didn't get the result that everybody wanted. All the mainstream media wanted. So. Johnny Depp still kind of got blacklisted, so that's why they're trying to make you forget about his Wonka movie and make a stupid another one. Nobody asked for. You know?
It's all about erasure of white culture. When you go back and you remake all
ChatGPT has taken over everything already too. That's an AI. Oh boy.
Basically, Sunflowers, to answer the question, however long that it's going to take them to erase our culture in the form of entertainment. They're going back and they're taking all the infamous movies like Batman, Superman. They're retelling them as, women of strong power and intelligence, erasing our culture, erasing masculinity and
they're pretending that we don't know. And again, they're targeting young people who probably they don't remember the older versions of all these movies that we know and still prefer. And quite frankly, I never was a big fan of any superhero movies anyway. I didn't even like the old Superman back in the day.
Yeah, I don't like superhero movies either.
I was never a huge Batman, although I do like the first Tim Burton one out of all the Batman movies that have been out since. That's still the best one in my opinion. But I've never been a big fan of superheroes, and this shit that they're just shitting out every 10 seconds now is like, stop already. Nobody cares. I can't even name these movies that come out. I've never even heard of these superheroes. Ant-Man? I mean, what is this shit? We're just making up stuff now.
I think they get them. Actually, I think they get them from the comics.
Yeah, but comics are comics even a thing anymore? Do anybody even read?
Oh yes, comics are a big thing. Because I work in a public library, and so are manga, graphic novels, comics, whatever you want to call them. But yes, they're very popular.
Yeah, I was never big into comics. I like Mad Magazine. I like Mad Magazine and Cracked. As a matter,
did you say Cracked?
Cracked. That was kind of like a ripoff of Mad Magazine.
I never heard of it.
It was a more inferior version of a kind of a carbon copy of Mad Magazine, but it did exist. It was like they were both the same. They were like satires of movies and TV shows in comic book form. And then you had the Mad fold in the back, where it'd have a question, and then you fold up a little punchline would form in the picture and in the text below. So you always had that.
But Corey seems to like Cracked. Corey says Cracked was funny.
But I don't know for how long, because Japan is starting to bend the knee to the ESG scores. Yeah. And anime is going to be one of the things that are rebranded.
Well, how are they going to be rebranded? In your opinion?
They're going to have influence over their anime culture like it is over here in the West with comic books. They're going to add more inclusivity, more trans characters, more gay characters, like they're doing here. but in Japan animation,
I don't care if there's diversity. What I care about is if they're doing diversity.
Yeah, but that is what they're doing, is for diversity's sake, because they all have quotas to meet now. You know?
Okay, well then I think that's stupid. If you want to be inclusive, do it because it's the right thing, not because of a quota. Like when they remade the whatchamacallit movie, Ghostbusters, with all the women, that pissed me off.
That sucked hard.
Because you know that they just put women in that movie just to put women. But those people have the power. They could have created their own scripts. They could have done originality.
And then what did they do when that movie tanked? They blamed the audience, the chauvinist pig men that didn't go to see it. Nobody went to see it. It sucked. I saw a screening of it. It was embarrassingly bad. It wasn't even the worst movie. It was just so painfully unfunny. Melissa McCarthy should never have been allowed to make movies after that, but she was in a whole handful of them after that. Absolutely just terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah.
2016. Oh yeah, I heard something weird happened that year, didn't it? That they really don't like, and they've never stopped bitching about since.
Oh, Tintin. Yeah, is that the dude with the dog? The Adventures of Tintin.
Yep, I remember that.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, the series came out in, I think, the late 90s. It was an animated series.
So,
oh yeah, I used to have stacks of Mad magazines and books and stuff. I was a big time Mad magazine fan.
And I agree, because that's what everybody who has common sense is telling these people. Look, go out there, create your own movies, create your own original characters. You know, right now the culture is ripe for originality, something new, something different.
But I think there's so much entertaining stuff just being done by independent content creators now. It's like you don't need the big corporate machine making movies anymore. You're not going to get any good ones anymore. Yeah. Once out of every 50, if you're lucky, are any good. And certainly, ones that want to make you go to the expensive ass public theater to see it, it's got to be really fucking good. We're just not getting that anymore. The good, and you're not going to, all these old series, just stop bringing them back. Just let them go. All right. You're never going to make a good Star Wars movie ever again. You're not going to make a good Indiana Jones movie ever again. Just stop trying. Stop. Do something new, or just go the fuck away.
Well, you know what? I kind of felt, I can't speak for the executives and people in Hollywood, but I kind of felt they were going for nostalgia, and people bought it. And I do think some of the Connors is good, but I don't think it's as good as the original Roseanne. So I watch it for nostalgia, but it didn't mean that they had to make it, just because nostalgia.
Well, I'm surprised it lasts as long as it did without Roseanne on it. I mean, the whole thing was for Roseanne to be on the damn thing. It's not exactly,
okay, I'll be honest with you. As a fan of Roseanne,
yeah.
The way she talked was annoying.
Oh yeah, she was very annoying.
The show lacks a little something without Roseanne.
Yeah.
But it's still okay, but I don't think it should be on as long as it is. It's not worthy of it. It's not as good.
Anything worthwhile now is Within Your Tribe. Exactamundo.
I just watch
we watch each other more than we watch this bullshit that the mainstream media is putting out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would watch Bob's Empty Room before I watch any Hollywood movie.
Well, I mean,
Hollywood does some good things. Like, some people actually thought that the Indiana Jones movie was good, if you like nostalgia.
Number 5, the current one? I haven't heard anything good about it yet.
Some lady that came into the library told me that if you like the old ones and you have the nostalgia bug, it's basically her point, you will like it. Maybe if you're going to watch this for the first time, no. But if that's what
we thought about that's what we thought was supposed to happen during the Crystal Skulls, the number 4 movie. That movie sucked hard. Awful. Absolutely fucking awful. One of the worst I've ever seen.
Well, they've done that with the the books, the Bourne Identity series.
Sure.
Okay. The first 3 were great. Three were great because Matt Damon, they kept the main character. Then they switched to the dude from the Hurt Locker. I forget what his name is. Jeremy something or other.
Corey,
and I'm
exactly
like,
right.
That's not good. Then they did another one, and that's okay. But at what point do you stop?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, people are still going to want to see these movies because they're curious. So Hollywood's not going to be incentivized to stop these. Like, how many Fast and Furious movies are there?
Way too fucking many.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like that, it's okay. I've never seen them. I'm just using it as an example because I never seen the end.
I used to watch the original Roseanne when it was on back in the day. Married with Children is still my favorite sitcom. But Roseanne was debuted a couple years before that. Family Guy was good. It's like The Simpsons, the first 10 seasons, and then it could be and you can forget.
Okay, so then my question goes back to how long is too long? Like, isn't The Simpsons on like season 30?
Simpsons is on season 30, fucking 4, something like that.
I mean, on the one hand, you have to be happy.
It's terrible
that people, but on the one hand, you have to be happy. People have a job, and they're not going to be in poverty. And
they're fine.
But you know what I mean? That's a positive. But again, for originality,
I respect the voice actors on there. They're still doing that after all these years,
right.
and their age is starting to show. Especially Marge, especially Julie Kavner. She sounds like she's about to die.
Okay, so let's use The Simpsons as an example. They've been on for 30 seasons. How many seasons realistically should a show like that have ever had in the beginning?
10 tops.
10?
That's when it was a great 90s show, and then after that it just
what is South Park? Is it in its 20s?
South Park is in its South Park's a weird thing because they still go after current things, so that makes it relevant. Although the seasons have gotten really short. The seasons are only 6 episodes deep now, which kind of sucks. And they spit out an hour-long special.
Speaking of that, with the writer's strike, they've been pointing that out, that seasons are going to get smaller because of streaming. Mm-hmm. They don't do the whole 22 like on television anymore.
No, nor do they need to. But give me like 10 good ones. You know what I mean? Don't give me 8 shitty ones and 2 good ones.
Well, the thing is, people's attention spans are no longer more tolerant like they used to be.
And again, I watch more YouTube shit than anything else. I don't think there's a scripted one I watch anymore.
Who made like all the people who have gotten up in the industry of Hollywood, now they're complaining they're going to lose a whole bunch of income because the seasons are shorter, and it's like, well, how can they survive?
Well, figure it out like the rest of us.
Because they probably need a big income because of housing. If they're going to stay in California or New York, let's keep it real. They have to have a good income because of housing costs.
You're talking about, people who have made millions of dollars off of writing.
By the way, a lot of these actors don't live in California. They do have places somewhere else in the country, and they fly out to work, and then they go back to their much more
money.
Reasonable place. Yeah.
They also.
Although sometimes the studio will pay for your travel and shit.
I have no idea how it works. I was just guessing.
So go back to like The Walking Dead, like with Andrew Lincoln, the guy that did, what's his name, Rick Grimes. He was making nearly $800,000 an episode.
God damn.
It already has. It already is.
I really don't think these people are hurting for money in Hollywood because you're talking about, mansions everywhere and all this shit. But then again,
who knows, if they're an actor, I give you that. But what about the writers and the writer's strike? Aren't they not as rich? Some of them?
No, not even close.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't think so. But
depending on
acting, I give you that, Outlaw. I 100% agree with you. If you're talking about actors or actresses, I would say you're 100% correct.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I really don't care if Hollywood survives or dies.
I do. I work in the business, so it kind of matters to me. But
really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I work on the commercial side of it. So I'm not on the movie or TV side of it. I have done TV briefly, but I work on the commercials, which is under a different contract. But again, the writer's strike has slowed us down. The SAG strike will also slow us down, and the two of them combined are going to fuck us. So
somebody said the actors. Is it true the actors may go on strike? Some actors.
They already have. That contract. Their contract was up last night.
Okay, so what is their beef? What is their beef?
It's probably over streaming shit like the writers. It's the same kind of shit.
Okay, I can understand if they think they need to be compensated, but if they're the mega rich people, that's kind of like a joke. If it's the start out people, I feel sorry for them. If they're just starting out.
Well, whether it's the mega rich or not, if they're all in the same union, they're all the actors are in the same union. And by the way, all your news anchors are also in the Screen Actors Guild. So
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yep, they are. All the big, all the big time ones, especially.
A lot of them are related too.
Yeah.
Oh, nepotism.
All those fuckheads on CNN and Fox News. Those are all SAG actors. Man. Every goddamn one of them.
Oh, sweet. Oh, I didn't know that about Phil, man. I learned something new every day.
That's why they could change agendas. Like if one of them moves from CNN to Fox, they could adapt whatever the agenda is that's going on, or Fox to CNN, or it's like they just do it at the snap of a finger because they're fucking actors. They're actors. They're acting 24/7. And same with these dipshits on Twitter, whining about the same gold crap over and over again. You think they really give a shit? No. They're sitting up there with their feet in the air, fucking, sipping on a fucking martini. They don't give a fuck.
See, I didn't know that about Phil, man. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That's awesome.
I've been working at commercials well over 30 years. Usually, I deal with I deal with equipment and vehicles and shit. And I'm working. I got 2 commercials back to back, so my appearances online might be a little spotty after tonight.
Okay,
I should be able to get Monday night's show in, but that's probably gonna be it for the rest of the week.
Okay, so then let me rephrase: the people who are pedophiles.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know, the big timers, the A-listers, the Illuminati. The big. Yeah, most people are not in the big club. That's what George Carlin was talking about when he mentioned the big club, the Illuminati, the Tom Hanks of the world, the fucking the Oprah Winfrey's, anybody on Epstein's list there.
Yeah.
The big timers, because the actors that work in commercials, like the people, the random faces you see, selling fucking Dove soap. Yeah, they don't know. Nobody knows what fucking those people are.
Yeah.
They just jump from one thing to the next. And the people, what I really hate is the kids that are in these parents that drag their kids in these commercials. Like, oh, look at my cute little kid. He's gonna he's gonna be in a car commercial. Isn't that adorable? It's like, no, they're not. And don't be acting like he's special or anything, you little prick.
So that's how Megyn Kelly can move around from one news place to the next. Okay, I got you.
Well, Megyn Kelly, I think, is doing a podcast now, like pretty much denouncing the mainstream crap that she's worked on for so long.
Or Tucker Carlson, or
isn't that what he's doing too? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's on Twitter.
Okay, I got you. That makes he's doing basically his monologues they used to do on Fox News, but now they're a little more anti-establishment. He can get into the thing. I don't know who's writing the shit for him, but
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah. I mean, it's common sense. They read.
Well, you know why they let him go? He was asking too many questions. And Fox is not this right wing fucking organization everybody thinks it is. No, it's not. It's bullshit. They're all the same libs that's on all the other networks. They're just acting like they're on the other side.
Opposition,
they're not controlled opposition, exactly, and very poorly acted controlled opposition at that. It's just about as badly acted as that January 6th riot.
Mm-hmm. That makes so much more sense now. What this is, see, they're actors, I knew they were actors. Like you
turn that camera, you turn on a camera, you turn on a teleprompter. They'll read whatever bullshit you put in front of them.
Well, like what's his name when he was on Comedy Central?
Which one?
And he has a late night host now. Stephen Colbert.
Oh yeah. Perfect example. Stephen Colbert.
That basically was a parody of.
Yeah, that show he did on Comedy Central back when that network was watchable a long time ago. When the Daily Show was still watchable, he was a correspondent on that. And then they gave him the spinoff show where he's acting like the mock conservative. He played that part very well. That was actually a good show to watch. But then when he got the late night gig on CBS, he turned into the typical cuck, vanilla, boring Trump host that you see everybody do. It's like it's the same exact material that all of them do. All Kimmel and Fallon and all the rest of them, it's the same crap over and over again.
If we scale up now to politicians and speakers of the House and shit like that, I'm sure it's no different.
Or maybe scale down, whatever the case may be. I don't hold any of them in high regard. Holy shit.
So they're all actors then.
They're all bullshit artists. They just don't hold SAG cards like the ones on TV do.
Uh-huh.
I actually think late night's dead. I don't see the point.
It's been dead a long time. It's been dead a long time.
That's why that British dude. What's his name? The guy that's no longer. He did
James
the ones
Corden.
where they sang in the car karaoke.
I think they canceled that show. He's no longer doing that.
No, but I think he brought a little bit of originality. Otherwise, they all seem cookie cutter, the same. I think they need to
Bill O'Reilly is doing online stories. Oh, Bill O'Reilly is. Yeah, we'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it. We'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. The only good thing he's ever done. Fucking asshole. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the establishment Republicans in media either, because they're all just full of shit, just like everybody else on there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Actors. They're fucking actors, you know? They say one thing one day and they move to another place and they say something else. It's like, well, it's like it's something completely contradictory. It's like, you can't believe any of these people in the mainstream media.
I think they do it for the money. So when money talks.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah.
Money.
They're under contract.
Shit.
I guarantee you, if somehow the Republican, the RNC, you know, by some miracle, like goes up to Jimmy Kimmel and say, "Hey, here's $50 million. Will you kiss Trump's ass for the next 4 years?" He's goddamn right. He's going to do it. Are you kidding me? He'll completely negate all the anti-Trump stuff he's done in the last 10 years.
Jimmy Kimmel used to be on the Man Show, and then he got his late night show. What a difference in personality that was.
And Jimmy Kimmel also, he was on a lot of those Comedy Central roasts, like Pam Anderson and Flava Flav and all that stuff.
Because one thing people have to understand about politicians and actors and that, you cannot have morals. You cannot stand on your own 2 feet. You have to be flexible. You have to do what you're told.
They're all bought and they're all paid for, and you'll say whatever we tell you to say.
Try. They run without corporate money. They try.
When, like in Kelsey Grammer's case, or some of the older actors and actresses, when they get out of Hollywood, when they have the funds to sort of speak out and fight back in their older years, when they're no longer tied to Hollywood through contracts anymore, they'll speak out. But I mean, still,
it's hard to beat corporate money. Corporate money is always going to outbid you. You know what I mean? It's when you're buying politicians, you better have some of that corporate money, or actors, you know, whoever you need to push your agenda for you. Just ask Pfizer how well that worked for him.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Oh yeah, Huffy wasn't wrong. Huffy was not wrong.
More money, more problems. You get.
He was wrong. He was wrong for having Biggie killed. But he was not wrong about that.
What does that good book say? The love of money is the root of all evil.
Sure.
The love of it.
Love for sale. Who sings that song? Love for sale.
Oh,
it's one of those really insipid songs that fucking makes you vomit when you hear it.
Oh, I'll tell you.
It's like Wind Beneath My Wings, you know. Jesus.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you what song I really can't stand. They play in a lot of arenas, especially on the East Coast, is Sweet Caroline. God damn, I hate that song.
Oh, isn't it the Talking Heads? Talking Heads are one.
Yeah, the Talking Heads, and then there's one by Lady Gaga.
Yeah, Lady Gaga.
And apparently Miles Davis.
Another Illuminati
and one
darling.
by Buddy Rich.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Sweet Caroline, that was awful. I cannot. I loathe that song, and that's what especially you hear it in a lot of ballparks, but especially in the East Coast ballparks, and they and all the idiots in the audience sing it. When they do it at the Kings game here in LA, it's like, shut up, don't sing that here. What's wrong with you? That song is awful. Neil Diamond sings that, right? Corey, I think, is right on that one. Neil Diamond. Jesus Christ.
He's not bad.
Yes, he is. He's awful. They're coming to America.
I like that song.
It's probably his best one. Right at Sweet Caroline, I'll tell you that.
I agree with that.
Sweet Caroline should never been recorded.
Oh God.
And then everyone has to sing it together.
Yeah, at every fucking ballpark, every arena, that's always like the seventh inning stretch, after the seventh inning stretch or something, or later in the game when everybody's drunk and stupid and they sing it. Hey, the Kings are already losing 6-2. Yeah, let's play Sweet Caroline. They'll liven up the place. Got paid for a couple commercials for Mervyn's. Mervyn's, there's another name of the past, right? Fucking Dad said, "Fuck that gay shit." I'm out.
Yeah, my nephew did a commercial for Tonka
Toys. Yeah, there's another
Tonka Toys when he was a kid.
Well, they don't see
when
around
you
anymore.
get spoiled on good music like thrash metal and classic rock.
TNT, what's up?
How do you listen to any of this
should go away.
shit? Now, like I said, Phil, I'm a G-Funk guy. I like my old West Coast
Me too.
R&B.
I love that, and I love the East Coast boom bap stuff. Or came out around the same time. I especially love that now. I was all about the West Coast back then on the day, but nowadays I bump both that stuff and the down south, the Scarfaces and the Ghetto Boys and all that kind of crap. I bump all that too.
Yeah.
And the Bay Area stuff, you know,
the
Spice One, the Too Short, and all that stuff.
Let's see, Alabama had a few rappers back in the day. I can't remember. Dobie's one of them. He had an eye patch. He was pretty good. Can't remember.
Yeah. But nowadays it's like, because back then everybody had a kind of a distinct sound. Nowadays, all this mumble rap shit, I don't know who's doing it. I don't know what the name of the artist is, the producers, who's making the beats.
Oh,
it all sounds the fucking same to me. It's now I'm in the old people age. It's like, your young kids' music all sounds like shit. You know,
you got Tekashi 6ix9ine,
oh Christ.
Yachty.
Yeah, well, again, these musicians in quotes, they're like our sports stars now. They're more known for their antics rather than whatever they're doing. Like Colin Kaepernick, you don't know him for his fucking football. You know him for his bullshit that he does, his kneeling and his politics and his bullshit. And just like Megan Rapinoe, same thing. Does anybody give a shit that she fucking plays soccer? No, she's out there whining about equal pay and fucking and wah fucking and then that Sue Bird wife of hers. She has a Fred Drescher laugh too. That Megan Rapinoe. Have you ever heard her? She sounds retarded. She sounds like a goat.
That's funny, C&D. He goes, best mumble rapper of all times is Joe Biden.
Yeah, well, I'm sure somebody's made some Chat GPT rap with Biden, because now they're doing that with everybody now, like with Elvis. They got Elvis doing gangster rap and weird stuff like that.
Oh no!
I quit taking that shit seriously around when Lil Wayne and them started phasing out. Like when you had.
Oh yeah, when you started when that Cash Money stuff starting with the bling bling and that kind of shit.
Yeah,
I was kind of done with that too. Well, the underground still always has good stuff, but you have to look underground. And by the way, the radio stations, why those still exist anymore, I have no idea. You ain't gonna hear no good music on any of them, or news, or anything.
Well, you know, rappers used to have the ability to tell a story, man. Like just rap about life.
Yeah, but I think the problem now is much like movies. All the stories have been told already. We've heard this shit before. How many more times do I gotta hear about how much money you got and all the fucking gats and all that shit? It's like I've heard this shit 30 years ago and heard it better.
I agree with what Outlaw said. You know who I think was good at telling stories with rap? Tupac Shakur.
Ice Cube used to be.
Yeah.
I think Ice Cube was.
Tupac. There's no.
I think Ice Cube was way better at telling stories than Pac. And so is Biggie.
Biggie, yeah.
I like Biggie. I actually like Biggie better than Pac.
Those days are over. I think what happens over time is people just do a commercial themselves.
Yeah. Now again, like it's Tekashi 6ix9ine, you got clowns that look like that with tats all over their fucking balls, running around and have no skills whatsoever. It's all about looking goofy and putting it on auto-tune and some garage band fucking beat that anybody could have made, you know. So, I just can't listen to it. I would pay good money to see Joe Biden Fetterman do the rendition of "Who's on First." I would too. Who's on first? Huh? Yeah.
I actually think Joe Biden couldn't get through that.
Who would get through more of it, Fetterman or Joe Biden? That's a good question. Really?
Because Fetterman would try. Biden would just be spaced out.
Yeah, Joe Biden. Yeah, Biden would get up and walk, backstage somewhere, where he wasn't supposed to.
Seriously, I don't even understand why he's
knock something over. Because they're making him do it.
Joe Biden, I'm not.
Because it's amusing to the globalist billionaires who are making them do it. It's amusing to them. It's not amusing to us. We're tired of it. It's amusing to them. It's all about not Trump. It's like, haven't we done this already?
Anybody for not Trump?
Now we have the Groundhog Day of fucking presidential elections, and then we still have Hillary Clinton running around, fucking like, you shut up already.
Speaking of presidential elections, there's a rumor in America going that the what is that group called? Like Third Way? They're trying to recruit Joe Manchin of West Virginia to be a third party candidate.
Nobody cares.
And some people think the reason is
he's
so
a
that
Democrat.
Trump will be president again.
But
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Joe Manchin's deep state. No, we're not buying his shit.
Really, I just want it to be.
Joe Manchin sounds like a fake name anyway. Like a lot of those names in government sound pretty made up, don't they? Like these are all characters, actors. Is AOC really that dumb, or is she playing a part?
No, I don't think she's dumb at all.
She's very obnoxious, to say the least.
She's being paid.
She's got that white girl Becky voice that I can't stand. That doesn't help me.
Like, oh my God.
She's being paid to say what she's been saying.
Yep. She's been put in there. They've all been put in there. We didn't vote for any of these cocks.
Just like Greta Thunberg.
Another phony. Pretends to get arrested all the time, like Jane Fonda. What a bunch of crap.
I know it, Jane.
Ain't nobody arrested. That's Greta Thunberg. That's speaking of another bad actor. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody buying the act anymore?
Nope.
And
I quit buying it years ago.
Yeah, I never bought it in the first place. You know bullshit when you see it, especially if you work in show business in any regard of it. Behind the camera, front of the camera, it's bullshit when you see it. That's why I don't believe nothing I see on TV. It's all fucking fake. Reality shows, absolutely fake. News, absolutely fake. Those clowns on CNN, Jesus fucking Christ, give me a break.
I don't even watch CNN.
MSNBC, good God, what a clown show that is.
I don't even watch that.
Don't forget MS is Microsoft. That was Bill Gates' baby. It was created to talk about tech stuff. It was when it was an early basic cable channel. Now it's turned into like the ultra left of the lefty news outlets, and it's a clown show. Are you taking those people seriously? It's just they're all bad actors. Clearly not news. Exactly. Yep. Nope.
No, I really believe that. At one point, I thought it was Clinton News Network when I was young, and then as I got older, with that breaking news stuff.
Well, when they blew up, they really blew up during the Gulf War days. That's when they were the biggest. Oh, we have a new we have a new contestant, Contestants Row here on The Price Is Not Even Close to Right. We've got the one and only from Oregon. Seriously Podcast, otherwise known as Ike.
Shit.
There he is. Not with Felton, I don't think. Here he goes.
Hello.
Ike, what's up, buddy?
Howdy.
I had to do it. You mentioned The Price is Right. I had to fucking play the sound.
The classic Price is Right. They're tearing down the old CBS studios where they've taped The Price Right for the last million years, and they're moving out to Glendale now to an all new place. They turned out the old CBS television city in fucking on Fairfax. It's been there since the '60s,
sucks.
and they're going to turn it.
How come?
They're turning it. They're going to turn it into condos.
Oh Lord, really?
They're building.
I thought he was. I thought he was going to say casinos, but condos makes
sense. Casinos we could use. Condos we certainly don't need. We have those already.
Well, Phil,
where else are the fucking homeless people going to go and smell everybody up and not win their money back?
Phil, that's par for the course. They tear down a lot of history in California anyway. They don't care.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. Now, anything. The Sunset Strip that you maybe you heard about in the last. Don't even bother. It's nothing but homeless tent strip. There's nothing.
Wait. I've been to the Sunset Strip. It's right up the Sunset Highway. There's a bunch of girls there. The last time I was there, the stripper said, "Hey, where did you graduate from?" I said, "Sunset High School." And they're like, "Oh, I dropped out of there." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." True story, by the way.
We don't have a Sunset High School. We have a Hollywood High, which is on Sunset Boulevard. Oddly enough,
we've got
that's not
right
conceded.
here.
Yeah,
right here in Oregon, Beaverton, Oregon, we've got Highway 26, which is called the Sunset Highway. Sunset Highway, which goes towards the sunset. It's also named after the Sunset branch of the National Guard. But we have the high school I graduated from was Sunset High School, same high school that Tommy Thayer graduated from.
It'd be funny if Beaverton was right next to Dickburg. How did that not happen?
There was we used to have a Hooters in Beaverton, which made a lot of sense.
Perfect.
Well, that I can get behind.
You know what by the way, speaking of stripping history, good luck finding a Hooters. You know what we have now? We have like Hooters wings. It's like Wingstop. So you got the wings without the Hooters. It's like, what the fuck? Nobody went there for the wings. We went there to see the fucking Hooters. So, that's something the feminist movement also destroyed, because remember they started bitching about why aren't there enough fat chicks in there? Why aren't they men in there? So the Hooters started going away.
Yeah. There's tired of men objectifying women for their bodies.
If you want to go down a really interesting rabbit hole, look up Hooters Airlines.
I remember Hooters Airlines.
That's a
I
thing.
totally remember Hooters Airlines. Yeah,
it was a thing.
See, that's one reason if you're a guy to hate feminism, because they're taking the Hooters away, man.
But there was an
They were
episode
bitching
of
about
King of-
Hooters in video games, man. Why do you think
Oh,
Laura Croft
Jesus
looks how she looks
Christ.
like now?
Oh god, there was an episode of King of the
Oh,
Hill
yeah.
where Dale Gribble applied to be a waitress or a waiter at like a Hooters style restaurant, and then he got hired, and he was like the shittiest waiter ever. It was great.
Yeah, JLab. Yeah. We go off the rails on these. Yeah, we could jump from one thing to the next at any given moment. So we could talk about
Especially
movies.
by-
We could talk about movies 1 second and dildos the next. We don't know where this goes.
Hey,
Ready
Corey,
to follow
especially if I
Let's-
show
let-
up.
Let's hope we're not
Right
talking
now,
about
I'm
dildos,
just
but we
skedaddle,
could. You never
guys.
know.
Hey,
I gotta go to
let's
work
make
in the
it
morning.
funny.
Sunflowers is here, so that topic.
Chaos,
Doesn't matter.
Chaos, have
Yeah,
a
y'all
good night,
take it
Chaos.
easy.
Chaos
I gotta
just
go to
said
work.
good night.
All right,
I
Chaos,
got-
take care, buddy.
Y'all
Thanks
take
for
it
stopping
easy.
in, man.
Hi,
Appreciate it.
Chaos.
Thanks for having me, Phil.
Yeah.
I think he just left because I was here.
Oh, really?
I actually don't. I just thought it was funny.
I'll be back.
The timing was a little suspect. Sunflowers, you said your high school was torn down?
Yep,
Yeah,
mine was
I'll tell
too.
you in a minute. I have to go
Okay.
to the bathroom.
She has to go to the camp. All right. Very good.
Phil, can I ask you a question and a favor?
Yeah. And maybe.
So, Outlaw and I are working on doing an improv live stream.
Oh, really?
Would you be interested in joining us for that?
Are you talking about like whose line is it anyway, kind of thing?
We're kind of gonna try to go with something similar to that, but we might start off with improv games and kind of just elaborate from there. We're just trying to find people within the community that we know can hold their own. And I know you can do that.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I'm legit asking you right now if you'd be interested.
Yeah, totally. I'm in a bit of a long stretch of work right now, so my online time is going to be pretty limited in the next week or so. But yeah, I would totally be down with that.
Well, we still don't have it. We still don't have a start date for it. We do have a name. We're calling it the. Fuck! What was the name? Hold on. I have it written down here. It's called the Infinite Improv Ability Drive.
Improbability. Okay.
It's a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, god damn, there's a name from the past. You know what? I had the old remember those old text-based floppy disk games from the old Atari days?
You had the text.
I had that and like three of the Zork. I had Zork 1 through 2, 3.
Oh, I've played the text-based one. I played the shit out of Zork. I played the shit out of Zork too. My uncle was so into Zork, he actually printed out a map. He made his own.
I did
map.
that too when I went route for route. It's the only way It's the only way not to get lost. It's the only way.
He
You gotta write down the fucking routes.
He literally wrote his own map and printed out on a dot matrix printer and just kind of glued it to a fucking board.
I didn't go that crazy. I just wrote it down in notebook paper and shit and hoped I didn't lose it.
No. He made this whole thing and it took up an entire wall in his house.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, hold on. Back on Zork just real quick. When I was in high school, I used to do a strut. Students were use technology, or people donate their computers. We'd repurpose them for teachers to use them. The teacher that ran that program was a fucking idiot. I brought in a CD that had Zork installed on it, so you can just play it right off the CD. Because we worked in DOS, I just sat there and played Zork the entire fucking time, and the teacher didn't know I wasn't doing anything.
Nice. It's like an episode of South Park where Mr. Mackey is trying to teach the computer class, and all the kids are already playing fucking Call of Duty on all the computers and shit. He's like, run, command, I'll be right back, kids. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I also had a CD with Doom and Unreal Tournament installed, so I just load that thing in and not fucking pay attention to the teacher. Just play Unreal Tournament the entire class.
Yeah, they've remastered the old Dooms on the PS4, so they run a little faster on there. They still look the same, but they run faster. So I've got that, and the N64 Doom I also have on the PS4, which is much brighter. You can actually see where you're going.
N64 Doom is probably one of the best leaps forward.
It's really good, but on the N64 itself, it's so damn dark. Even on the bright, brightest TV setting, you still can't see where you're going. Plus, you have that freaking controller, which just sucks. So plays much better on a PS4 controller.
Yeah, the N64 controller just sucks.
It's crap. It's total crap.
What was Nintendo thinking? Like, you're gonna hold the controller like this instead of like this? I probably derailed some sort of conversation. I apologize.
No, I mean, like again, we've been jumping all over the place here. We started with movies and how bad they are. I start with the SAG strike because that's going on now here in Hollywood. Fucking and on top of the writers, right? So you got two groups of untalented assholes striking on top of each other.
If you want to talk about movies, like I'm gonna go see Sound of Freedom tomorrow.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Bob was going to go see that. Bob was going to see that. Give us a report on it. Oh, yeah.
I got one of their free tickets. I'm going to see it right before my podcast. Like literally, I'm going to see it and then leave the theater and come back here and then do the podcast. The other thing I would like to talk about Oppenheimer. Like I'm fucking excited about that.
That's the new Chris Nolan movie, right?
Yes. Okay. They developed brand new film so they could shoot in in black and white, like IMAX 70 millimeter.
The actual film.
And the actual film. And so there's like 7 theaters in the country that are playing at IMAX 70 millimeter. There's a theater here in Oregon and close to where I'm at that has a 70 millimeter projector that's playing it, not an IMAX 70 millimeter, but 70 millimeter film. Wow. Which I'm gonna go see probably the week it comes out because I'm just really excited about it because I love the idea of Oppenheimer. I'm a huge Oppenheimer fan. I love like just kind of reading like what he does and what he went through. But this movie is going to be good because they did almost zero digital effects in this film. Everything was done in camera.
Wow. Old school.
And nice. So like me being, I was a projectionist for like 6 years, like digital, like not digital, but like 35 millimeter. And so I can actually tell the difference in like when you have a movie playing in 35 millimeter, you can like, if it was made in 35 millimeter, like, so 35 millimeter film, the way it works is there's layers and each layer has a different color. And so if you watch a 35 millimeter film on screen, it has a depth to it that digital doesn't have. Digital doesn't have that because it's flat. Also, 35 millimeter does true blacks on screen because it blacks out the fucking light. But digital, you can't have true blacks. So if you're going to watch a film, watch it on film instead of digital. And so that's why I'm excited about Oppenheimer, because it's going to be one of the first films that I've seen since fucking The Hateful Eight.
You know what's funny is a camera loader used to be an occupation in the film business, but since everything is digital now, you don't see any camera loaders anymore. I wonder who they got to be the camera loader on that movie. It's just like they probably had to bring somebody back from way back.
Honestly,
those old Panaflex cameras.
I was thinking about just me just nerding out about fucking Oppenheimer and film and all this stuff. And I was like, who can I fucking nerd out about this with? And I'm pretty sure you were like the first person I thought of that would be able to nerd out with me on this.
Well, knowing that was Sean. I definitely want to check it out now. I absolutely want to see what they did.
So there's like 7 or 8 theaters that are actually playing it 70 millimeter IMAX. So there's a difference between 70 millimeter and 70 millimeter IMAX.
Right.
So IMAX film is played horizontally instead of like 70 millimeter film is played vertically. So an IMAX frame has 15 sprocket holes per frame. And so an actual IMAX frame is about this big. A 70 millimeter frame is about five sprocket holes, and it goes this way, and it's about that big. So an IMAX actual film frame is about 3 times the size of 35 millimeter. So Phil, if you have a chance, find a theater in your area. If it's not sold out, go see Oppenheimer in actual
I think
IMAX.
I'm pretty sure
For me.
Universal.
Do-
I'm
do-
pretty sure Universal City Walk has a good one up there. So that might be the place to
do it for me. Do it for me, because I fucking just love the idea of just being able to go see it in IMAX film, but I'm not going to be able to do it.
Again, there's nowhere near his kid jails. I do drive past my old shitty high school from time to time, and it sucked then, and it sucks now. And I never had any intention of going to any high school reunions or anything. If I never see those assholes again in my life, I'm fucking fine.
We don't have them for my grade, and I graduated in 1997. For my year, we never had one.
Really? I think I got a
And
notice
I told you
for
my
one.
high school is torn down anyways.
Yeah, I think I got a notice a 25-year, and it's like I just threw that thing right in the trash. I wasn't interested.
Sorry, I nerded out for a second. Phil, hello. Sunflowers, hello. Outlaw, hello.
Hello. Yeah, I just filmed mine last Saturday on the mall series. Was it the mall series? No, it was last Friday, wasn't it? I did a stream talking about my old high school that got torn down.
I'm gonna be that guy. Can you say recorded instead of filmed? Because if you recorded it with digital, it's not actually filming; it's recording.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be that guy.
You really are nerding out.
Yeah,
I don't think any of us really have the ability to film anything anymore. I can. Let's see, one of those
if you have
one of those 8mm cameras somewhere.
No, I have an 8mm camera. I just don't really film for it, like an actual film camera. The one you have to like crank the thing and then pull it down.
No, I did that stream last Sunday, I think. It was a high school and 2 elementary schools, I think.
He made a bomb. The end. Well, fucking pretty much every movie now is a bomb. Wouldn't you say? Fucking let's hope that one is not.
No. So the interesting thing about the Oppenheimer movie is not necessarily about the subject of the film, although that is pretty fucking awesome. The way they filmed it. This is one of the first films to be filmed entirely on actual film in probably at least 20 years.
Kubrick. What is the best Kubrick movie?
The one about the bomb. What is it called?
Oh, Space Odyssey. Space Odyssey is really good, but I think that Full Metal Jacket is also really good. But I really liked his version of The Shining.
We have a returning contestant here who wants to try a third time for the right bid here. Let's see if he gets it without going over. We got Polska Bob is back. What's up, Bob? Bob's back home now. Good.
Okay, all right. My bid is going to be 1501.
1501. Well, the actual retail price was $250, Bob. You're way off on that one.
God damn it! Fuck you, Phil.
Strangelove. Dr. Strangelove. That's his best film.
Oh, that one's really good too.
That's the one
have something there.
We did an awesome fucking
that seems to be the consensus there
of Dr. Strangelove.
That's the one
we
where
did
Reagan...
that with the fucking submersible from Ocean Gate. Yes.
You know what, Jello? I still have an old Polaroid camera floating around here somewhere. It's just like God knows.
Strangelove is the film where Reagan thought that when he went to the White House there was going to be a war room.
Yes. That would be it.
So we're gonna point out retarded presidents saying retarded things. We can talk about Joe Biden all night if you want.
I would be down for that because he does say bad things.
Do we have to?
No, I didn't say bad things. I said retarded things.
Okay, I'm only in here for 1 beer and 1 shot of vodka, and then I gotta get my ass to bed. So let's get this shot of vodka.
I'll trade you my box wine for it. Oh, my camera just fucking died.
Oh.
I've been telling you that the box of wine comes with its own pillow.
Every time I buy a box wine, the fucking Amazon delivers a pair of Uggs to my house. I don't know how or why it works. Apparently, I'm a basic bitch.
So how many pairs of Uggs do you have now?
Hold on. Let me count the boxes on the floor. 1,
Got a whole
2,
stack
3,
of them.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Do you have leggings?
I have 12. I have 12 now.
Let me count the boxes on the floor.
Vegas still has a disposal
we
can with
went-
5 shots left on. Well, where on the rest of the what's on the rest of the roll? I wonder. Asking for a friend.
Bacon, you coming to the camping trip this weekend or end of the weekend? This next week, I guess. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Bacon, you gonna be there?
I noticed that the stream went 5 hours and 15 minutes last night, and
Yes.
I wasn't.
It
at
was
the
a
end of it.
long ass stream.
Yeah, no, I like at one point I must have said, yeah, I'm out. See you later.
No,
We'll
Bob. So you did not say that. We told you to leave because
Yes,
you were
okay,
too
great,
drunk
thank
to
you.
deal with anything.
Yes, thank you for telling me. to
No.
leave.
So me, Sean St. George, we're like, Bob, go to bed. And
Yes,
I think somebody must have snuck in. Drink some water.
No, and thankfully I managed to shut everything down and not misplace my glasses and whatnot. So yes, thank you guys for that. I appreciate it.
Love you, Bob. No homo.
Phil,
Going
this thing
back
is
20 years with no homo.
Phil, this thing is
Exactly.
super cool. When did you decide that you were gonna just open up your streams and invite
I've done some of the earlier news shows before it became what it is. I did it in this format, and then a couple of weeks ago I did it, much to your chagrin during your show, fucking, because I just came off the road and was pissed and just went on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I
Yeah,
thought,
remember
that once every couple of weeks or so, I'll do something like this. Maybe
No,
I'll make
because
maybe I'll make a couple of news shows like this too.
You know what? Because we wanted to join actually, and we were watching your stream in between.
I could do it. Yeah, because I could do it the night after because I was booked up. So.
Phil, I'm gonna tell you two things just right now. You do you. Don't give a shit about whatever the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'll complain about it. But
yeah, like I said, I know you guys are Wednesday, and I try not to do it on Wednesday whenever possible. I try to stay on Monday and Thursday when possible.
Yeah, if you do a live stream on Wednesday, I don't give a shit. Who cares? I don't.
You know
but
what?
also Phil, you're welcome for me filling in on Monday.
Oh yeah, sure.
I wore a fucking suit and everything just for you.
Yeah. I thought about getting different color blazers too, just so it's not gray every fucking week too. But I have to start asking for money.
I still do have the strike on my channel, so I can't post anything.
When are you allowed back on? Do they tell you, or it's just whenever they do it?
Monday or Tuesday, I think.
Jesus
Christ!
Christ!
Everybody, be prepared for a last call with Polska on Monday.
It's like Jesus Christ! You think he fucked one of their daughters or something? All you did was play a song they weren't supposed to play. Like
no,
who hasn't done that?
No. I think he got a strike for something that somebody said on one of his streams.
Fuck that! Let the best channel win.
Oh, that's stupid.
And how the fuck am I responsible for that? And I'm pretty sure that actually didn't happen.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. YouTube. You know why they struck me is because like 2 nights before, I thumbnailed one of my streams. Fuck you, YouTube.
You know, if I really wanted to, I could say all of the buzzwords to get fucking.
Not everybody's an Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the buzzwords, but I could say all of the buzzwords to get Phil banned.
I'm
not going to.
If I haven't been bad for myself already, then I think it's okay. I mean, I say retard and fucking everything else you're not supposed to say. Especially when people are being retards, you got to call them retards.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Phil, you're transgender. Just kill yourself, then, please.
No,
So there you go.
we are
that's
basically
the
walking
buzzwords.
If I was
retard clown world, you know.
Did you misgender me?
Well, thank God we're not in Michigan. Otherwise, you go to jail.
Well,
That's something
misgendering people on YouTube is
Oh,
like the worst
that's
thing.
gonna get a lot of lawsuits because Bob.
I'm sorry about your period you had this week. Do you need help with that? I can give you some ice cream if you want.
Shut up!
I don't know what.
I just misgendered Bob, but we're not going to get in trouble for it because it's the wrong kind of misgendering.
Well, who doesn't? I mean, you know, everybody has one chance at it.
You know what?
Bob had as far as I'm concerned, Bob has at least 12,000. Bob has at least 12,000 gay suspicion points, which means that he's actually gay now.
That is not true.
It got dropped down to 12,000. It used to be 15.
So Bob,
always lowering the bar.
I cannot count on two hands how many times you told me you loved me without saying no homo afterwards.
By the way, JLM, don't talk about don't say bacon.
I do love you and no homo.
No, yeah, all the rappers used to say that in the late '90s when they wanted to make sure you knew they weren't gay, even though half of them probably were.
Bob, I know it's implied, but I can't.
So
Phil,
I kind of wanted to ask you this question: What made you think? What made you want to like open it up to all of us? And
a lot of people seem to enjoy it the last time I did it, and the last time was just so spur of the moment. So I thought, maybe every couple of weeks we'll do it. You know?
Oh, you talking about when me and you and Chaos and them come on and we were talking about
the last couple of weeks ago when we I just turned it on about 10 minutes after getting home. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I thought, well, Thursday I can't do it, Friday I can't do it, so fucking Thursday. It's gonna have to be right now, right during Bob's and Ike's show. Bob was not happy about it. Bobby was not happy about it that night. Anyway.
You know what? No, Phil, I'm actually. You know what? I could really give two shits about it, but
I know it's all fun. It's
all fun and games. And
he had a couple of drinks to do too, so we know when that Bob comes out.
Yeah, like I said, Phil, do what you gotta do. We love you anyway, man.
Yeah, but you got mad at me because I came over here and hung out with Phil.
They did.
I was in Phil's chat earlier at the bar. I didn't get mad at anybody.
I think he was talking about the last time, not tonight. Yeah, no, Bob's been in and out here. Bob's been out of here all day, so Bob's all over the place. Every smoke break, Bob's come on.
He told me, he said, "You know what you did, Outlaw."
I know what you did last summer. What you did 2 weeks ago.
Outlaw, that's like, you know what you did, Outlaw. That's just me just trolling.
No homo makes you a bigot. Oh, there you go.
I know.
Bob doesn't mind that.
I know.
Bob. It's all in good fun.
Yeah, Outlaw. It's all in good fun. We do it all over the place too. We really do, and it's always a good shit ton of fun. So yeah, don't ever think that like I'm fucking hating on you guys at all.
Oh no.
I think that. It's just
I
Bob.
appreciate the trolling.
It's just Bob. Oh yeah, we made Bob's black liver jokes all night. It was funny as shit.
Yes. Damn it, I missed that. Can I get a timestamp for that?
I changed Bob's name in my phone to.
It was like a whole hour. Bob. It was like a whole hour of that. It was hilarious.
You want fuck you?
I changed Bob's name in my phone to Pullsack Bob. Do not answer.
Fuck you! Seriously, you just keep it as do not answer.
No. Well, actually, I tried to look you up once, and I said, "Oh, did Polska?" And I'm like, "Why is Polska not in here?" And then I did it when I was drunk. I changed it to that.
Yeah, we did hear something about that movie.
I'm like Pulse. Oh, there it is. It's Pulsack.
Vision Quest. There's another oldie. Vision Quest.
You know what? I fucking hate you, Ike, and you will never be friends with me.
Oh, that's cool. I hate you too, Bob. Thank you so much.
No homo.
Wait, that gets a no homo?
Bob, you're not invited on my fucking improv show.
You know what, Ike? You're not invited to my fireworks show that has already been posted.
I'm gonna show up uninvited next year. Just saying.
Ike, you're always invited to anything and everything that I choose to do. So, no homo.
Is that it?
It's gonna be a drinking game. How many times Bob says no homo, man? We'll be fucking wasted. You know?
Ike is one of the coolest dudes you can ever meet in real life, and I've been meeting YouTubers in real life for probably about 6 or 7 years now. And
Bob, I would not call myself a YouTuber.
You are a YouTuber on YouTube. Right? We are all at this point.
I'm just mad that fucking Phil has 9 more subscribers than I do.
You know what? It was.
I was ahead of him. And then I fucking lost 5 subs.
It was 10 at the beginning of the day, and then one dropped today for some reason. So it's back down one.
I was ahead of you by 5, but then I dropped 7 subs. So I'm at 290 something or whatever the fuck I'm at now.
Do the subs drop when Bob is or is not on the show? Let's see. Let's place the blame where it needs to go.
It's interesting. So when
I'm just asking, do they go up when Bob's on? They go down when Bob is on. I don't know.
Actually, technically speaking, when Bob and I do our stream on Wednesdays, we when we're playing the video game, we have 12 people watching. As soon as we go to the panel discussion,
Phil, please
go down to 0. We go down to 0, so nobody likes the panel discussions. So we'll keep the panel discussions going, keep playing the video game, but I lost. Last night, I literally lost 5 subs, Bob.
We should have played some diggy hole. Diggy hole.
Oh yeah, GTA 5 made me very happy, especially running people over. Loved it.
Oh, I want to play some GTA 5 at some point.
Oh, Soldier Girls.
I almost thought about playing something not very taxing like Pitfall or something. You know what I mean? Something Atari 2600 kind of game. It was something I don't really have to pay very much attention to the.
Hey, how you doing? Let me go grab a smoke real quick.
So
Bill, I actually wanted to say something to you real quick.
Out loud, just really quick.
So how accurate to LA and California is GTA 5?
It's pretty. A lot of the famous stuff looks exactly like West Hollywood looks like that. It's not the scale. I mean, everything is a lot closer together than it really is in real life. Where LAX doesn't look that weird theme restaurant at LAX looks as it is, but the airport and the runway diagram is nowhere near what the real LAX is. But the freeway numbers aren't the same, but it's the famous stuff they got right. The Beverly Hills looking shit and the Hollywood looking shit and the West Hollywood and the Santa Monica Pier area especially, they really did a good job on.
Yeah.
Which is why I always like to steal vehicles and then run them off the pier. That's
That's the best way to do it.
I hope GTA 6 is in Vice City. That's going to be a badass game.
Well, I mean, GTA 4 was kind of in Vice City, though. Oh, no, Vice City. Oh, I'm thinking of the you're right. You're right.
Oh, Liberty City, New York.
I was thinking Liberty City. Sorry. Yeah. GTA 6, who knows where that's going to be?
Outlaw. The other day, we just listened to fucking GTA fucking calls and radio and shit. That was fucking fun as fuck.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Some of them commercials on that game are funny as shit.
No, my favorite.
Oh, the talk shows, the talk shows and the commercial. I could just sit there and watch all that. It's so fucking hilarious.
The commercial about the shoes is like we're working together. And yesterday, my friend Tommy showed his hands together.
The glory hole theme part. Glory hole, the fun is just beginning.
Also, Hi, Soldier Girl. I'll text you tomorrow. We're gonna call tomorrow and talk about food for our camping trip this week.
Come here, little kids. I've got puppies to show you.
You could say things like "It's my." I've been saying those things for a long time, actually.
We're actually
doesn't know that by now.
So Soldier Girl, Bacon, myself, and my girlfriend are gonna be camping Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I think Monday night. I think we're planning on doing a live stream on Bacon's channel at the campsite just to hang out with people.
Oh, Monday night. So I should post. I should not do my show on Monday night if you're gonna do that.
Oh,
well, I don't like. We're trying to figure out which day to do it. I think Sunday night might be the best because we'll probably.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
JLM, you have no idea how much information's covered up about 9/11.
But Phil, if you do a live stream, I think we'll just set it up so the four of us will just show up on your stream.
Let's just say part of Phil's enlightening tonight. I don't believe anything about 9/11 anyway. But they said on the news.
That's all bullshit. Bullshit.
Wait.
Fake plane flew up here. Explosion happened down here. Bull fuck.
Wait. Are we talking about how jet fuel cannot melt steel beams?
Well, that's part of it.
No, whoa.
It had to do, from what I've been told, it had to do partly to find an excuse to go to war with Afghanistan or Iraq.
No, I agree. I agree.
Huntington Park. Holy shit! There's nothing but Asians in Huntington Park.
No, I agree. It was faked, but fucking the type of fire that was going on in that building can definitely melt. Not necessarily melt. It's not going to melt steel beams, but it is going to change the chemical makeup of them. Because I'm a fucking blacksmith, and that's how I fucking work with shit.
Well,
it's not going to melt the steel beams, but it will get it to a point where it can torque and then fucking fail.
Well, the thing about it is, and people forget that those skyscrapers are built to withstand plane impact. They're also built to withstand high winds.
No. But the fires there were pretty fucking substantial, pretty hot, and you don't need a lot of heat to fuck over like metal. And so, as a person that actually works with metal, steel beams can be manipulated. You're not gonna fucking melt them. They didn't fucking melt. You're not gonna fucking melt them. This is something I'm passionate about because 9/11 was not an inside job. It was not faked. Whatever. It could have been done outside of the fucking building.
I disagree.
But the building was the. Bob,
I disagree.
Calm the fuck down.
Okay, and JLM was just talking about you and your black smithing stream, by the way, which everybody wants you to come back and do it again. Okay?
Next week I have a blacksmithing stream planned, but as a person that manipulates metal, I know how metal works. You put a fucking beam and you put a fire underneath it, it's going to torque and it's going to fail at some point. You don't have to melt the beam. You don't have to melt the fucking beams for them to fucking fail.
Let me preface by saying the deaths were real. People died in it.
Yeah.
The stories they told us about it were fake.
This is also why.
How did Muhammad's Atta's passport?
Well, no, I'm not saying 9/11 wasn't faked. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that people are saying that when people say the whole thing about the fucking jet fuel cannot melt steel beams, you don't have to melt something to remove its integrity. So like 9/11 could have still been a faked thing, but the building falling made sense, and the way it fell made a lot of sense. And this is coming from somebody that knows how metal works when it gets
you know what? I question your fucking sense of credibility on this.
Bob, you can suck a dick.
We're gonna talk about the two shoes.
No homo.
We're gonna talk about the two shoes. Remember?
I'm not saying no homo to Bob. Bob can just suck a dick when it comes to that.
Yeah, no. This is where we agree to disagree. Ike is a very good friend of mine.
Bob. I know how metal works. Have you ever heated up a piece of metal and moved it around? It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot of fucking heat to do that.
Ike, all of us have watched Forge and Fire. Okay.
Forge and Fire is bullshit. Just FYI.
It doesn't take a lot to realize how.
I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done.
I've actually tried to do this in a bonfire.
No, you haven't. You have not.
Yes,
tried
I
to do
have.
This.
Actually, I have. Long before fucking I met you, long before Forge and Fire, and trying to fold over.
When I chapter this video, I'll make sure this segment gets easily Bob versus Ike when it comes to metal and burn.
No, Phil, I disagree with Ike on this shit. Fundamentally,
you're wrong, Bob.
Yeah, well, you know what?
And hold on, Bob. Everything you've been saying, you're saying to somebody that actually has experience working with the fucking materials that we're talking about, and you're like, I disagree with this fucking expert. I'm not an expert, but I disagree with this guy. I'm like, because I have my own opinion about this. Go fuck yourself, Bob.
Ike, have you seen the CGI videos? Wow, he turned off his camera.
No, Bob. The fucking computer created videos does not show you any of that fucking shit.
There's videos. There's literally 9/11 videos where one of the planes is CGI generated.
Bob. I'm gonna end this right now by saying this. Okay. Next week, Tuesday, my channel, Bob and I are gonna have this fucking back and forth. If anybody wants to watch it.
Oh, first of all, our stream is on Wednesday. Why were we gonna do one on?
No,
Tuesday?
This is a special stream where we talk about how fucking the fucking metal beams got done the way they were done.
Okay, so now I actually have to gather up.
It's the all new No Homo show with Bob and Ike. On Tuesday nights.
Next Tuesday, Bob and I are gonna fucking debate this.
I can't do
that. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be live streamed. I can tell you that.
But either way, I'm looking forward to doing it. Want to know why, Ike? Because you and I are awesome friends. Because
all right, Phil, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
No homo.
Bob is 100% wrong with everything he just said. And I can scientifically, not as a scientist, but as a person that knows how fucking
wrong,
that he's fucking
wrong. You are so wrong on this, Ike.
Bob, how often do you work with metal?
Well, I don't forge it and watch people forge it, and I can tell when shit is not real or fake, and I can tell.
Yeah, no, you actually can't, because you're wrong about what you're fucking saying, you fucking faggot.
Fuck you, Ike, you fucking piece of shit retard. Okay.
No, Bob, you're wrong.
Right now.
Bob, you're wrong. You're the fucking retard in this fucking... No, you're the fucking retard in this entire fucking situation.
You are so wrong.
Because you don't know how fucking metal works. You don't know the science behind it. I've done this. I've worked with this for the last 2.5 years, Bob.
Okay.
I am removing myself from this situation because I like Bob, and I want Phil to not have to coin this as Bob and I yell at each other for 20 minutes.
When it comes to this, you are so wrong. Okay, all right. Jet fuel is first of all. Does anybody believe that 9/11 is still what it was?
Nobody.
The thing that I was trying to say about it is, yes, there were people who died in it. That's true. There were literally people jumping out of windows. That actually happened.
Okay.
The story,
the people that were previously escorted out of the building that were in the know did not. But the suckers the people that did not get were not allowed to know that information. Yeah, they perished.
The mainstream media, the story that we were told about it, Bob's what I'm saying. That was what was I don't believe in.
You know what? I'm gonna put my Jimmy Bones tinfoil hat on, and I'm gonna say that nobody actually died in it.
I think they cleared the whole place out before that all went down.
Yeah.
Nobody died from 9/11. Come on.
Yeah, sunflowers, especially. I'm gonna direct this to you. Okay. First of all, you're probably one of. Nobody believes anything you say. By the way.
That's not true. That's not true.
Bob.
Are you sure you want to go down this road, Bob?
Bob, I'm going to ask you a favor.
Sounds like it.
That's beside the point. That's
Bob,
beside the point.
I'm asking you a favor right now.
Sure.
I would love to have a fucking like 9/11 debate with you. I would love to fucking do that.
Yeah, or you want to do it on?
You not only should do that, you should do that while you're working in the shop on some metal. That would really hammer the point home.
Yeah. While the metal's fucking moving, while it's fucking hot.
And the forge, and yes, absolutely. I would love to do that.
Bob, I got a question for you just right now. How hot does jet fuel burn?
I believe it's about 900 degrees.
It takes about 900 degrees to make one of these. It's not melted, but it got moved into a different space.
You're working in a forge, and space doesn't exist.
Bob, fire and heat still exists in a space. A thing that's made of metal can be moved and used and then get to a point where it can fail. So let's say
Corey, you can have this discussion right now if you come on. Flat Earth.
You know what?
Let's say there's a fire in one of those buildings, and it changes the integrity. It changes the integrity of the top of the fucking beams in the building. It changes the integrity of them. Bob, give me a second. It changes the integrity of the top of the building. Like, it's not the top of the building, like just down here, changing integrity enough where that fails and then the rest of it falls down. Think about that, Bob.
Okay, I cannot confirm or verify that.
Could not confirm.
Because you
I'm not going to confirm it.
You never sent me any of the things you promised to send me.
Bob, I'm not going to confirm. I'm not going to confirm any of all of that. I am going to say I know as a person that works with metal daily and fucking uses that and manipulates metal daily, that's what's happening. We're not fucking melting fucking steel beams. We're changing the chemical makeup of them by introducing fire.
Okay, how the fuck do you think you can positively convince all the rest of us, right? Jet fuel burns at a certain fucking degree, and
who cares? No, I don't give a shit what fucking degree jet fuel fucking burns at. You just need a fucking fire. You need a fucking thing that has a fucking amount of flame and a heat. You just need. You don't need more. You don't need more than 300 degrees to fucking be able to fucking manipulate metal.
That is a
Bob.
bunch of bullshit, and we all know that is a bunch of bullshit.
No,
300 degrees, really? Is that in
this
Fahrenheit?
Is bullshit.
Fahrenheit
Bob, aren't you
Celsius?
looking at bullshit right here? You fucking idiot.
Fahrenheit or Celsius? Like,
no homo.
Yes.
Yeah, which one?
I don't care.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Honestly, at this point, you don't care about the fucking facts that I'm spilling out here.
You know what's funny?
Why should I care about the facts you're trying to spill out?
I was wondering when Bacon was going to come in with bags of popcorn. This is like
you know what the funniest part about this, Phil, is Ike and I are like good friends.
He needs to make a garbage bin full of popcorn. Just dive into it at this point.
Bob, you're wrong.
No, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. And stop.
Whoa, hold on, Bob. I've actually stated
The Odd Couple now on
every
CBS,
moment.
every night at 10.
Bob, I've stated exactly every moment why and how you're wrong. How about you tell me? No, Bob, you tell me. You tell me how I'm wrong. Bob, you tell me how I'm wrong. You fucking faggot.
Let's let it go and let everybody else.
No, Bob, tell me how I'm wrong. Because I'm so wrong that you fucking have to keep bringing it up. Tell me how I'm wrong, Bob. Bob, tell me how I'm wrong.
Tell me how I'm wrong. It's not a song. Tell me how I'm wrong.
I have no clue.
It's like an old Aretha Franklin hit, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's just like, hey, everybody, how else are you guys doing? Outlaw Sunflowers?
I am great, Bob.
When did we start this thing? I don't remember.
Bob, how am I wrong? Tell me right now how I'm wrong.
How are you right?
I just fucking told you, you fucking idiot!
Oh my god. Really?
I love you. No,
Bacon, I hope you have some extra butter to go with that
conversation is over. And let's let the stream go. So, hey, Sunflowers.
Might need some
Outlaw,
Raisinets.
How you doing?
I am great.
I am wonderful.
All right, I got about 15 minutes left, so let's get to our best stuff here while we can.
Let's go for it, Phil.
Gotta go to bed about 1 o'clock. Get up.
Phil, the best stuff just happened like 20 minutes ago.
I don't know if the consensus is going to agree on that, but how am I wrong? There's a new song now. How am I wrong?
So here's what I'm gonna end with one thing, and I'm actually just gonna leave. Bob, you're wrong because I can prove that the movement of fucking metal exists with fucking fire and heat. And you can take the structure of a building.
How are you guys not on the 9/11 commission?
Wait. Are you talking about Japanese metal? Because no, disagree with that.
Bob, I fucking love that response. But Bob, go fuck yourself. You're fucking awesome.
I love you.
I'm not going
cut
to
out the last
apologize
20.
about everything I
Nay.
just said, but holy shit, you and I need to have a conversation. Phil, it's all yours. I'm actually going to get out of here. Have a good night, guys. It was
All right,
fun.
Ike. No homo.
It was fun being here. Outlaw, I'm going to message you tomorrow. We need to talk about some things about the 31st.
All right.
Oh my god.
Sounds good.
Everybody, have a good night.
All right, man.
I love you. Talk to you.
Hit the like button on the way out. Thank you very much.
Phil, when did you think of this idea of like fucking opening it up to everybody else? And what's your max capacity?
Max capacity is 10 on the screen.
Oh my god! So you have the paid subscription.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got the
kind of like the rest of us do. Okay, that's cool.
I don't think we'll ever get up that high, but I do have the ability to put 10 on the screen.
Oh come on, Phil! You're getting there. You're getting there.
Thanks for giving Phil his mic back. Oh yeah, when Ike gets gone, he ain't stopping him. Yeah. He's gonna go, and he's gonna rage out. So,
Oh my god! Yep.
It's like, God damn it! Don't talk about my fucking metal.
Ike is actually one of my best internet friends. Actually.
Oh yeah, fucking that's Ike, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, him and I
He's passionate about that shit. So you gotta.
Yeah, like hamming out here and there and stuff like that. But I'm glad I made it back from Ministry of Beer. Thanks, Phil, for having me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come on in every damn time. Like I said. Probably won't do this format every week, but every couple of weeks we'll throw it on, especially time and work permitting and all that jazz.
Oh my god!
If this Screen Actors Guild strike gets out of control, they're not going to be much working, so I'll be on here more.
Again, Phil, I wanted to say that a lot of us don't realize that you're in the industry, and that kind of sucks because. We're always cool friends, and that might.
Well, like I said, I'm not on the movie and TV side. I'm in the commercial side of the TV commercial side of it specifically. So there's which again, just like the movies, there's big chunks of work, and there's big chunks of not work. So and the writer strike slowed us down. SAG strike's probably not going to help.
Phil, you got a Cash App or anything that I can throw you?
I do. I have Venmo and PayPal, but I'm not good. Yeah, we'll talk about that later, Bob. I don't want any donations or any shit like that right now.
No, come on. How long we've been going back and forth?
Probably it's at least a year. I mean, whenever I started seeing it on Bacon Stream, that's where I started coming on. So before I started doing my shit, I was on Bacon's thing.
Of course, I'm gonna throw you like 20.
Oh yeah.
$30 here.
That's where I've seen a lot of you guys from Bacon Stream. I forgot.
Yeah, and some of the people that came on earlier today, like California 4, they came over from Twisted Arts, our stream, who's also on Bacon. So it's there's a lot of jumping around going on here. So it's a cool thing.
Heck yeah.
That is kind of like the coolest thing that's really going on is that we are all kind of like.
I appreciate it. I'm actually trying to cut down on my drinking lately because I just need to for health reasons.
No, but that's the coolest thing that's happening is that we're all kind of networking. You know, Phil, fuck. It's just your gaming stream and stuff like that, and it's connecting from.
Actually, Rico Valley, I do not work with streaming platforms. I work strictly old school TV commercials, and they appear on streaming services. They appear they appear all over the place on the internet, and people just skip right by them. My shit, I pay for YouTube Premium. I don't want to see commercials all over fucking YouTube. I hate that shit.
And then we got like fucking Outlaw who's connecting. All of this like spider webs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool ass shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one good thing that's come out of social media. The social media has pretty much been designed to divide people. Here we're using it to bring people together, so which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Even if you got to argue with them about how metal is made and burned and whatnot, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that
All right,
happens.
you know what, gentlemen? I got yellow fever, and I need to get out of here.
All right, Bob. I appreciate you coming in.
You know what that means?
Yeah, I know what that means.
No, I'm just joking.
It might be brown, or is it brown fever? Which one is it?
No, yellow fever.
Okay.
I need to listen to Bandmate.
Oh, okay. Thought it'd take a long Bob piss, which would be about 2 or 3 minutes. So that's
Outlaw knows what it means.
Okay.
It's just a joke. So, Phil, thank you so much, man. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
It's cool.
Thank you for being you at all times, Bob. That's all you can ask for. Right?
I'm not sure if that's a compliment.
It's a fucking compliment. It absolutely is.
All right, and you got Outlaw in here. Outlaw, can you do a sponsor stream for?
Well, I don't know if Phil would like that. I mean, it's Raid Shadow Legends, man.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that. I'll make all this work.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Outlaw, just improv it, man, because that's what you do best.
You got to kind of be respectful of other people's platforms, Bob.
Yes. And who do you think kind of introduced that? You know? Yeah, it was me. Phil, the only reason why I didn't join last week's thing is because we were doing a stream ourselves. So
last week, did I do one? I did a gay. What the hell I did? I didn't do anything last night. I just did the regular Monday show. That's all I did last week.
No, Phil, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your share stream
because when I was on.
Yeah.
That one. That was the week before. Yeah.
Yeah,
because when you guys were on.
Because Phil, you never done it before, and all of us were.
No, it was a spur of the moment because it's like I wanted to do something, and I knew I couldn't do it Thursday because Thursday I was working really late that night. And there was no way I could do it on Thursday night, so I had to do it. I had to just crank on StreamYard.
Corey, that's hilarious.
Okay. Phil, if
you chips are tasty, says Paul
you're gonna keep doing the StreamYard share?
Yeah, I'll do this every once in a while. I don't know if I can do it every week, but yeah, around Thursday when I got some clean time on Thursday for sure.
Can you do us a favor and let us know when you're gonna share and we'll share all the notifications and draw.
I put it in my community page this morning, and then I put it on my Instagram and my Twitter and all over the fucking place. It was.
Oh yeah, I noticed you on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Phil. We'll do that part on our end because we are moderators.
The shekels are coming. God, I've been waiting for them damn shekels for a goddamn long time, man.
No, it's really cool.
A little stingy with the shekels. Okay, well, I think we're all gonna wrap it up tonight here because I'm gonna get my the fuck ass to bed.
Yeah,
but thank all you guys for coming in. Bob, Big Tao Sunflowers, and Eric who came in earlier. Everybody came in earlier. Definitely appreciate y'all, and let's do this again sometime. Okay.
Cool.
Heck yeah, man.
I'll do my Monday Monday night news show on the Monday night. I usually do it.
Thanks, Phil.
It could possibly be a StreamYard version of it, but who knows?
Yeah, I gotta turn off my computer.
All right, let's get our eyes off of the screens here and refocus. Oh yeah, Ike! Jesus Christ, I forgot. How did I forget about Ike? He was screaming in here last hour. I forgot that very quickly. All right, yes. Thanks for everybody coming in. Make sure anybody who hasn't done it, hit that like button, hit it hard, like bang on that motherfucker. And subscribe, for God's sakes. Get me back over Ike, for God's sakes. All right. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great night, please.
Good night.
And
too,
I'll
man.
talk y'all again soon. All right.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
See
Good
ya.
night, man.